sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn, Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage, every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll, Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky, Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fight. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go! Steelers! Here we go! Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, Delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn, Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage, every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll, Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky, Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fight. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fight. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play.
All right, guys, it is football time. How's it going, everyone? I, of course, am Dr. Lay, and we've got some NFL for you today. I'm very excited, of course, as we have the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals, of course, winning in the first game of the matchup. Can the Ravens tie it up today, the season series? Apparently, breaking news to me, this is going to be played in 9-degree weather. This is apparently the coldest, or tied to the coldest game in Cincinnati history. So pretty cool, or at least stadium history, I believe. Maybe not total history, but stadium history. So really cool. Again, the Ravens looking to stay with the Steelers as far as keeping pace with them in the AFC North. The Bengals, if they lose, they are done. If they lose, they are done. And so, yeah, they're playing for their playoff lives here. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Goku, yeah, no, you're pessimistic as always, but I get it. It'll be okay. I promise. How's it going, Jim? Good morning. George, as always, again, good to see you. And Mysterious Story Stranger. Can't wait to see how the Bears lose to the Browns. Again, appreciate it on the 3,000 subs there. Bad frequencies. Thank you again. We accomplished that yesterday. Pretty excited about that. So, yeah, very, very excited for the channel growing. But, yeah, we're going to just focus on the game today as, again, the Ravens favored by 2.5. I know it may not seem like, that many people are going with the Ravens. It feels like everyone's, Bengals going to run the table. But the Ravens, again, they're still very much alive. They're still 2 games above the Bengals. Even if the Bengals were to win today, the Ravens still ahead by a game. I know that's not kind of like a whole thing here. I appreciate it. Bad frequencies. Thank you, man. That is awesome. Thank you for the 5 gifted. That is fantastic. Thank you. Look at that. Goku gets the access to the emojis there, which I kept the bears in there for some reason. So there you go. Again, if you're a member, you can pull for whatever team you want to in the chat. Well, not really, but I mean, just the selected few emojis. I don't really have a lot of emojis, but thank you again. That is awesome. The more members I have, the more emojis. So for a month, I guess I have a little bit more room to work with. Anyway, so yeah, the Ravens again 6-7, Bengals 4-9. Look here at the standings here. We'll go ahead and move out to the main screen. Yeah, I'll probably take away the Bears one, but it's whatever. But anyway, the Ravens, of course, again 6-7. Game behind the Steelers. Bengals 3 games behind the Steelers there. And, of course, we'll look at the playoff picture. Of course, we saw some movement in the NFC. On Thursday night, the Buccaneers choking a loss to the Falcons, putting the Panthers in the 4 spot. So we'll see what they do against the Saints later today. Again, we had a really good slate of football today. Really excited about it. I, of course, on every commercial break will be, I'll be checking back and forth with the scores around the NFL. But yeah, so the Ravens currently in the 9th spot. Very unlikely they get in as a wild card, unless, of course, the teams ahead of them all just kind of self-destruct. Very unlikely Ravens would have to go undefeated, and then, of course, they'd probably win the division if that happened. I don't know, it's a whole thing. And then, of course, again, the Bengals, their only path is if the Steelers and Ravens self-destruct down the stretch. So they are pulling for, of course, a lot of Steelers losses, a lot of Ravens losses, and for the Bengals to pretty much just run the table. Very slim, but it is definitely possible. And of course, the Dolphins still alive, and they've been red hot. No one's talking about the Dolphins. But yeah, hopefully it's a good game. That's all we can ask for. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Who do you think who do you think will win? I don't really, man, I picked the Ravens to win in the pick'em. But it really could go either way. You can kind of see there I have the Ravens box clicked. But again, everyone's on Cincinnati. 59% of the people with Cincinnati. So we'll see how it goes. Again, appreciate you guys. Steady Freddy for tuning in. Denny, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Don't forget to write down my gifted. Yeah, no, I won't. I promise. I've actually gotten away from that. Look at me already doing that. I need to tally it all up because apparently some of the totals I have are incorrect. So I need to go ahead and do that. I need to, I don't know, I'll have some time tomorrow. I'll be sure to do it. Denny pulling for the tie would be great. Would be great for the Steelers. Steelers are kind of just sitting back like, we could see the positives and negatives with both situations. It's not really a big deal, though. If the Ravens win, well, the Bengals are out, so enough of the Bengals talk. And, of course, if the Bengals win, then it just knocks down the Ravens a game. So the Steelers are in a good spot. Of course, they got to take care of business tomorrow. But, again, we'll focus more on that tomorrow. I'll rip my hair out tomorrow when we lose to the Dolphins. Oh, my gosh. It is freezing, though, in Paycor. Apparently, there was snow there in Cincinnati. There's snow in the seats. So, again, very cold game. That should help, again, the ground attack, you would think. So, not as much passing, you would think, in a game like this. Freezing cold again, 9 degrees in Cincinnati. Man, I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully, it's a good one. Only games I can watch on Multiview. Bills, Patriots, and Raiders, Eagles. Pretty sure Kenny Pickett is starting today. I am pulling for him, man. Like I said, bad frequencies. Thank you again for the gifted. You've gifted a lot on the channel, so thank you. Very much appreciative of that. That is so great. That is just cool. That's so good. Ravens are 1-2 when I call games. The Bengals are 2-2. Just a little note here. We can kind of go over the Ravens schedule real quick and see how they got to 6-7. Of course, we know how they started. They didn't start off that great at all. Starting off 1-5. Of course, Lamar was injured for most of that. He was still out against the Bears, where they won 30-16. Then they came back, started clicking, winning against the Dolphins, the Vikings, Browns, and the Jets. And then they kind of looked really lost against the Bengals, 32-14 on Thanksgiving. And then, of course, the big loss last week, the referees, there's a whole thing there. We get it, but, it is what it is. Ravens kind of moved past that today. Again, they have a tough schedule, a really tough schedule to close the season. Again, in division games with the Bengals and the Steelers, but then the non-division games, you got the Patriots and the Packers. So the Ravens are really just a tough draw there at the end of the year. Steelers fans know about that. We've been dealt a pretty tough hand the last few years. Even this year is a pretty tough draw at the end of the year. And then for the Bengals, of course, starting off 2-0, Burrow goes down in Jacksonville, and then it kind of just went haywire there, losing to the Vikings, Broncos, Lions, Packers. They did beat the Steelers because why not? Then they lost to the Jets, lost to the Bears, lost to the Steelers, and then lost to the Patriots, beat the Ravens, and then lost to the Bills. So the only 2 wins since September have been divisional games. So that's something I guess the Bengals fans can, kind of hang their hat on, kind of like, hey, well, we can beat our divisional opponents. But, man, it has been a rough stretch for the Bengals. Again, Burrow was out for most of that, if not all of that, I believe. So, yeah, it's been a rough year. Going to be an under. Yes, hands too cold to catch will be. That's what I'm thinking, D-Mill. I heard it was going to be like 60 and really? Oh, that's disgusting. I was hoping it would be kind of cold, which I won't be covering that game. But, yeah, you officially gave your life to Jesus on Saturday. Hey, man, congrats, man. That's great. That is great, man. Good to hear it. Congratulations, dude. Yeah, congrats for sure. Is it bad that I tailgated before this game? My best friend's dad died Tuesday. Diehard Bengals fan in his name. I don't think it's bad at all, man. My condolences, of course. But yeah, no, dude. I mean, you're good. I mean, that's what he would have wanted, I'm assuming, man. Diehard Bengals fan. It's a big game for the Bengals. It's a big game for the Bengals, as again, they will be kicking off to Baltimore to start this one as McPherson boots it away. Then he fields it at the 2. He's at the 5, the 10, 15. He's at the 20, the 25, and is brought down around the 35-yard line. Really good return there by Ali, and that's where the Ravens will begin their drive. So here comes Lamar as, for some reason, my bad. Give me a sec. That was kind of weird. As Lamar's going to be in the gun. We're going to just gloss over that. Hands it off. This is Henry up the middle, crossing the 35. Brought down to the 38. For some reason, the screen switched to the Eagles and the Raiders. That was weird. But anyway, gain of 4 here to Henry. Henry, again, had a decent game against Pittsburgh, of course. Unfortunately, they weren't able, again, to I don't know. I feel like they just, I don't know. It was just a weird game again. Ravens Steelers. A lot of referee ball, really. Again, to be honest with you. This season, the Bengals have allowed 97 yards a game to tight ends. So that's something that we can possibly see for the Ravens as they look to target Likely and Andrews. There is an injury down. The Bengal is down. They're stepping away actually for commercial. So, first play of the game, there's an injured Bengal. Hopefully he's okay. Go Steelers! Oh yeah. We definitely. We're kind of enjoying this again. We kind of walk away after this matchup, a win regardless. Again, either the Bengals are gone officially or the Ravens knocked down a game or a half game. Patriots and Eagles receive. Yeah, no, again, like I said, I'll be checking out the scores from across the NFL. Right now, all 0. No, I'm just kidding. Someone has scored there in Houston. Houston up 7-0. C.J. Stroud, 57 yards to Nico Collins. As again, the Texans, they currently, as we showed earlier, they are having the 7 spot right now, and they are just a team that is on the rise. Watch out for the Texans with that defense. If their offense gets going, they could be something down the stretch. So yes, the Texans already up 7-0. Which is amazing. Again, we just started. So, anyway. But yeah, we do have an injury. If you're just tuning in, like, what the heck's going on? We do have an injury, an injured Bengal. Eagles spamming Saquon up the middle next play. Yeah, probably. Bet on Henry Brown, but I'm really hoping the Bengals can blow their socks off for my friend's dad. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a good one. I told you it would be an A.J. Brown deep ball. It's pass interference, of course. Of course, pass interference is the best play in football for the offense nowadays. It can be like a 50-yard penalty. It really could be. I'm pulling for Kenny so bad, though. I want him to do well. Even if they lose, I hope he does well. All right, looks like we're returning to Cincinnati. Again, the injured Bengal, I'm assuming, is going to be, well, hopefully he's okay. Again, he's off the field now. As the Ravens still huddled up again. It's going to be 2nd and 6 at the Baltimore 38-yard line as we are just trying to get this game going. Let's get a flow of the game here. Let's get going here. Again, last night was a terrible game. Boise State and Washington. That was a disaster. We don't want anything like that. Looks like that was B.J. Hill. B.J. Hill. Ooh, he got landed on there. Oh, man, he was slamming the turf as Jackson's going to hand it off to Henry up the middle, crossing the 40-yard line, and he's brought down at the 43. So Henry again with another gain of about 5, and that brings it up 3rd and short. Again, expect a ground and pound approach. Really, you can expect that somewhat for both teams. You would think the Bengals would do it. They're not really known for that. So maybe a lot of just short passes because, again, it's freezing in Cincinnati. 9 degrees there in Cincinnati. As Lamar takes a snap and hands it off to Henry up the middle. He's got the first down as he's pushed across the 45-yard line, brought down at the 46. Something to note here. I don't know if I've ever really seen this, and I don't know if I really like it. But again, Cincinnati, they're the home team. They are indeed the home team. But the Ravens are the ones wearing purple. They're wearing purple with white pants, and the Bengals wearing white jerseys, orange pants. I don't understand the call there. I don't think it's ideal. I hate that. Hopefully, never again. 1st and 10 at the 46 as Jackson drops back. He fires. It is caught by Andrews at the 50 before he's pushed back a couple of yards. But, of course, forward progress marking him down at the 50. They're showing off John Harbaugh, the second longest active tenured coach, in the NFL. Of course, that's behind that guy, the guy in Pittsburgh. 178 wins. Man, he has racked them up. Zach Taylor, his 7th season as the Cincinnati head coach. He's been there for a while. 50 and 61 as his head coach tenures. Jackson tosses to Henry. Henry's cutting inside, but there's no one blocking. As he gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing doing there. And just like that, it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Ravens. Chase Brown, not AJ, just to clarify. Gotcha. It's snowing in New England. Touchdown, Drake May. Oh, man. Patriots looking to, just punch their ticket, their AFC East tickets. They can do it today. 3rd and 7. Jackson drops back. He's going to take off and run, but he cannot escape the Bengals defense. Brings him down for the sack. That is a loss of 2. A loss of 2, and the Ravens will have to punt. Seemed like everything was going fine for the Ravens, just getting 4 or 5 yards of play. Then it kind of stalls out as soon as they get to midfield. Interesting there. So the Ravens, again, get a punt. Yeah, man, it's tough. It'll be okay, though. Again, still plenty of time for the Ravens. So here is Stout. Here is the punt. And that's going to bounce at the 2 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bengals will take over at their own 20. So Joe Burrow and the Bengals going to take over whenever we come back from commercial break. All right, like I said, I'm going to be going over very often to the scores across the NFL. Right now, Browns-Bears 0-0. The Chargers-Chiefs, again, another big game there, 0-0. The Chiefs playing for their playoff hopes, playoff lives. If they lose, they are done pretty much. Patriots again leading 7-0 over the Bills. Commies and the Giants 0-0. Raiders, Eagles 0-0. Jaguars 7. Jets 0. Texans 7. Cardinals 0. And of course we got a pretty decent slate later. 5 games. Packers, Broncos, Lions, Rams. That's the one I'll be calling. Panthers and Saints. Titans, 49ers. And then Colts and the Seahawks. That's what I'll be doing. Again, I'll be calling the Lions-Rams game later with 4 other games. And, of course, Sunday Night Football, Vikings and the Cowboys. So that is what is happening. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, folks, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Yesterday, we crossed 3,000 subs on the channel. Very excited. Again, this channel has been growing and growing and growing. So thank you again for tuning in. As I would say, year 1 was a success. Again, I started in March, but you know what I'm saying. We can just say the year's over, practically over. Year 1 was definitely a success. So anyway, we're just waiting for commercial to end here, and we'll see what the Bengals do. Again, it's a cold day. Usually doesn't help the passing, but they may just what the heck's going on? Is this commercial? Oh, okay, yes. Okay, SpongeBob. But usually, again, when it's cold, you don't really pass it as much. I just saw that you picked the Raiders today. Yes, I'm delusional. At this point, I'm going all in on what I want. I'm listening to my heart rather than my gut. I think that's the problem. That is the problem. I have a problem. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bengals. The real feel is -6 degrees as the wind is 11 miles per hour. So wind chill is not helping in Cincinnati. 1st and 10, Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers left, tight end in tights. Looks like there's a fullback in the backfield. Sends a man in motion as he hands it off. This is Brown. Brown is going to be smacked at the 21-yard line for a gain of 1. So Joe Burrow, of course, he's been back for a couple of weeks, completing only 59% of his passes. But, he's averaging 272 yards a game, 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. So not bad there, though ideally you'd like to see the completion percentage a little bit better. 2nd and 9 at the 21. Burrow in the gun. Trips the left, 2 receivers to the right. As he drops back. Burrow fires up the middle. It's caught across the 30. And he's brought down at the 32. That is Mike Gesicki with the catch. And that is a Bengal 1st down. Wonder if that's frostbite. I don't know. It's cold. It is cold there. It is very cold. So we'll see how this game goes and how it flows. Again, I would expect a ground and pound approach, but we'll see. As it's 1st and 10 at the 32. Burrow in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. As Burrow takes a snap, drops back. He's looking, escaping to his left. There's a flag. He throws. It is caught at the 40 and pushed out of bounds immediately. Iosivas with the catch. But again, for the moment, there is a flag and there is a holding call. And I see it as the worst referee in the NFL, Brad Allen. Every time he calls a game, there is something fishy every single time, man. Every single time. Brad Allen. Of course, they're putting him in a big spot with the Ravens and the Bengals. So we'll see what the NFL wants. I think that's pretty much what we see whenever Brad Allen is the referee. Is like whatever the NFL wants. I don't know. Like for story-wise, that's usually what Brad Allen gives. 1st and 20 at the 22. In the gun is Burrow. As Burrow takes a snap, drops back. He's looking, fires down the left side. It is caught at the 35. Chase is pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Gain of 18. Big play there. As that'll make it 2nd and 2. So they're pretty much back to where they were. Looks like we're getting a NFL update here. Mahomes drops back. He steps up. It's going to take off a run at the 10, the 5, and he is in. As Kansas City opens up the scoring there, leading 7-0 over Los Angeles. 2nd and 2, ball at the 40. In the gun is Burrow as he hands it off up the middle. He's at the 45, and Purine's going to be brought down at the 48-yard line. Gain of 8, and that is a Cincinnati Bengals 1st down. Rhino singing Ice, Ice, Baby. Man, that is... Wow, well... Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that myself. I don't really sing, but... You know, that's cool. That's cool. No, I'm not much of that. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. As, again, they're at the 48. Burrow in the gun. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Sends a man in motion. As Burrow takes a snap and hands it off. This is Brown, and Chase Brown going to be brought down at the 50. Karras kind of landing awkwardly there. Again, Brown kind of ran into Karras, his lower half there. So just a gain of 2. 12 degrees in Cleveland, Ohio. 2 feet of snow. Man, oh, geez. Yeah, no, it's cold there in Cincinnati as well. It's 9 degrees there, and there was snow, apparently. I saw the snow in the stands, but no snow on the field. As Burrow in the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. As Burrow is going to take the snap, drops back, looking, fires. It's gone at the 45, and he's going to be pushed back immediately. Mike Gesicki with the catch. There is another flag, because why not? Because why not? So we'll see what's going on here. Brad Allen looking around. Brad Allen with his ski mask. Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face defense. And that is going to be an automatic 1st down for the Bengals. As Kyle Hamilton, the guilty party. Everybody's forecast, yeah, I don't know. For me, actually, it's 45 degrees where I live. 45 degrees. Going to get into the 20s tonight. And then I think I think that's as cold as it's going to get, though. 25. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Bengals. They're at the Baltimore 45 as he hands it off. This is Pirine. Pirine's at the 40, and he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 6. For the Bengals. Pirine having more success as of now than Chase Brown, but, you know, again, it's still pretty early. Defense makes everyone look good. This guy. Yeah, this Baltimore defense, not exactly a traditional hard-hitting defense, kind of like the Steelers this year, just not really good. As it's 2nd and 5, ball at the 39. Burrow under center, sends a man in motion. As Burrow hands it off, this is Pirine. Pirine still fighting forward and is brought down at the 36-yard line for a nice gain of about 3-4 on the play. 14 degrees in Everett, Pennsylvania. Wow, man, that is cold. I think 19 tonight, 15 tomorrow night. Man, it's 0 here with the wind chill. Jeez. Rhinos to Phillip Rivers jersey on, man. Yeah, 45 degrees, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I'll actually double check on commercial break here. 3rd and 2. They need to get to the 34 for a brand new set of downs. They're at the 36. As Burrow motions Pirine. And he hands it off to Pirine up the gut. And he's got the first down as he's brought down at the 31-yard line for a gain of 5. You hope Rivers does good today. I have mixed feelings on it, man. I want him to do well, but he's only 600 yards away from Ben on the all-time passing yardage list, so he's going to pass him. Part of me now thinks that he came out of retirement just to pass Ben. So I don't know how I feel about this now. I really don't. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. As Burrow is under center at the 31. And now he's going to back up. Now he's in the gun. As Burrow takes a snap, drops back. He's looking, dumps it off over the middle. It's caught by Brown. As Chase Brown is dropped at the 26-yard line for a gain of 5. Touchdown Chiefs, another touchdown. Jeez, I know they were up 7-0. Unless that's the same touchdown. All right, 2nd and 4 apparently. They're going to say he got to the 25. That's a very favorable spot. Right now, again, 6 rushes, 3 passes. Like I said, expect a lot of that today. Just a lot of running the ball. Because, again, it is 9 degrees there in Cincinnati. As Burrow in the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to right. Burrow drops back. He's looking, fires on the middle. It's dropped by Chase. Incomplete. The pass was behind Jamar Chase. Not really a good throw. And it brings up 3rd down. Chase was open. Humphrey was definitely not expecting the slant because he was playing soft coverage there. Hope the Rivers survives today. I hope Rivers survives today. Defense was probably told to take it easy on him. Oh, yeah, for sure. Do you think the Browns stand any chance against the Bears? Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. With the Browns defense, anything is possible. It was the same touchdown. Okay, gotcha. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bengals. Looks like they will take a timeout. So timeout Cincinnati with 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. Looks like they may step away. No, they're not going to step away, so it's going to be a quick timeout here. 30 seconds. And I will check out the scores whenever there is a punt or a kick. Pretty much any kick. Pretty much after every kick, I'll go ahead and check the scores. Maybe I check it now. I don't know. Nah, Burrow's already coming out on the field. Again, it's going to be a big 3rd and 4 here for the Bengals. And you also have to wonder, hey, kicking's going to be kind of impacted. It's going to be a lot harder to kick that ball. It's going to feel like you're kicking an actual rock, especially with those temps. So they want to get as close as possible. As Burrow going to be in the gun. They need to get to the 21 for a brand new set of downs. Trips to the right to 1 receiver to the left. As he sends Chase in motion. Burrow takes a snap, drops back, looking over the middle. He's moving to his left as Burrow. There's a flag. Burrow's going to take off and run and not get much as he's tackled after a gain of 1. Roquan Smith pointing to the Bengals. So we'll see what happens here. Do you have any suggestions for old retro games for simming football games like Sega, Nintendo? For simming football games. Hold on, there's going to be a foul on the Bengals, a foul on the Ravens, offset, replay the down. Jeez. Like actual, like simulating, like you're just, I don't know. I guess maybe I don't understand the question. If I had to recommend, I don't know how retro we're talking here, but the Sega Dreamcast, I love the NFL 2K2. In fact, I'll get up in a sec. After this drive. I love the NFL 2K, NFL 2K1, NFL 2K2. Those are great. As it's 3rd and 4, they need to get to the 21 for a brand new set of downs. Burrow drops back. Way back. He's moving to his right. Heavy pressure. Oh, and he takes a sack. Oh, you can't do that. But Robinson and the Ravens don't mind. That is a loss of 15 yards. I don't know what Burrow was doing, but he decided to keep running backwards. Looking like a rookie out there. Looking like your little brother on Madden, just running backwards. Can't do that. Can't do that. Bowers with a bad drop. Oof. Cheers to I saw an X that the Poverty Bengals didn't remove the snow from the seats in the stands, which is a violation of league policy. Sound that team already. Yikes. Yeah, no, they did not remove the snow. As there is the punt. That's going to be fair caught at the 15. So, man, that is a huge mistake by Burrow. Running backwards. Oh, my goodness. Definitely outside the pocket, too. Could have thrown it away, but it is what it is. Maybe he was contemplating retirement there as he was laying down. I'm not too sure. Ravens will have it at the 15. Let's see here. But, yeah, no, that is true. Can confirm there's no snow on the field, but there was snow in the stands for sure. Surprisingly, not the coldest game in Cincinnati history. 81 championship sits as the king of that. You're outside for an hour shoveling. It was the coldest I ever dealt with. Oh, man. How cold was it? Some people say like Tecmo Bowl. Oh, yeah. I've heard of that. 2K2 was popular, yeah. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'll go ahead. Touchdown Bears, nice. What the heck was Burrow doing? I don't know. Slider adjustments, M12, MO4, or my go for watching. Oh, Madden? Yeah. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Let me go get it. I don't know why I turned off the camera, but it is what it is. Just got to deal with it. I'm walking around. So let's see here. This is kind of the first time I've ever done this. Just getting up, walking around with the mic still on. You can hear me. Kind of probably sounds terrible. Everyone's left now. I'm at 33 people in the chat. Everyone doesn't want to see me get up. That's fine. All right, anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hello, there I am. So pretty much, I don't know. I love this game. I still play it every now and then. NFL, the Sega Dreamcast, so good. Again, it doesn't look like the 8-bit or whatever. It's actually like, I don't know if it's going to focus. But it was very ahead of its time, and this is kind of what the controller looks like, which this isn't the controller I play with. It's like the classic. I mean, I have the classic white one, but it's pretty neat. It's just a great game. Would love to, like, stream play it, you know. I don't think I have the ability to do it. Guess I'll have it here. But, yeah, Madden 12 is pretty good. Madden 12 is pretty good. Madden 12 was a good one. I mean, I like playing Madden 07. Then there's NFL 2K5. That was pretty good, of course. That's a legendary game. We'll check out the scores on the next one. That's what we'll do here. 2K was and still is better than Madden. I agree. I love it so much. But NFL 2K2, man. Sega Dream. Everyone talks about 2K5. 2K2, the last one on the Dreamcast, was an elite game. 1st and 10 at the 15 as Jackson is in the shotgun. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left as he hands it off to Henry. Henry is going to be bottled up at the 18-yard line for a gain of 3. That's legendary. My buddy had a Dreamcast. I remember being blown away when it came out. It's fun. The PS2 version isn't as good in my opinion, but it's pretty good. Madden 12, the scouting is broken. Yes. When it comes to franchise mode, I would just kind of. There's a way you could cheat to where you would know you wouldn't like you would get 40 players you can like unlock most of like the potential for, you know, and like you can look for A's or something like that. It was broken. Jackson rolling to his right. He steps up. Oh, and Jackson going down. Could not escape. I thought he was going to escape, to be honest with you. We've seen him make people miss in the backfield all the time, but not Knight. Demetrius Knight with the sack. Unbelievable. Quarterbacks both taking sacks today. That's a loss. That's a loss of 9. Dreamcast was amazing. Yeah, no, for sure. If you get your hands on one, man, it's great. It still is. It still holds up pretty well. It holds up pretty well. 3rd and 16. They're at their own 9. Jackson in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As Jackson drops back, it's going to swing it out to Alley. Alley cuts inside at the 10 and is dropped at the 12. As that is not a promising drive for the Ravens, and they will have to punt. Yeah, that's not. I don't know what happened there, Goku. Madden pretty much died between 15 and 16. It's gotten worse each year. If nothing but nothing but a money grab now. Yeah, completely agree. Too much time invested into MUT team and zero care given to franchise. Exactly. I mean that is accurate. That is accurate. I feel bad for the kids nowadays. They have to play these Maddens. Like they're pretty terrible. I don't buy any more Maddens. So they're just bad. There is the punt. As Stout punts it to the 45. He's going to reverse field, but he's running backwards, and then he's dropped at the 43-yard line. So a loss of 2 on the return. So I don't know how I feel about this game right now, but hey, I guess it's AFC North football. 0-0 with 40 seconds left. All right, let's go ahead and check out the scores from across the nation. I don't understand why I have a knee commercial or ad. It is what it is. Anyway, Bears 7, Browns 0. They're in Chicago. This game moving pretty fast, almost to the second quarter. The Chiefs leading 7-3 over the Chargers. Patriots leading 7-0 over the Bills. Let's see, the Commies leading 3-0 over the Giants. Kenny Pickett, the leading passer in that game, by the way, 6 for 8, 30 yards, as the Eagles again leading over the Raiders 7-0. Jaguars 14, Jets 7. A lot of scoring in that one. Texans leading 17-0 over the Cardinals. Oh, geez. A lot of dink and dunking apparently with Kenny. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully it's not something he's just doing immediately. Hopefully it's something he's going through the progressions and all that. You'd rather play Tecmo Bowl in 25 than any modern Madden. I've never really played Tecmo Bowl, to be honest with you, but I hear it's fun. I hear it's fun. Haven't invested into a new console or anything, so I guess I don't have to worry about missing out. No, yeah, you're not missing out on anything now. I mean, well, okay, I'll be honest. I do like College Football 25. That was really fun. That was just probably the closest to like more of the PS2, PS3 Maddens that I've ever really experienced. The new College Football game 26, I didn't feel like that. I feel like they made it like Madden. I feel like people liked it, and then they made it slower and kind of like the new Madden as far as gameplay. I didn't really like it. Magic Man, appreciate you for the $2, man. Thank you. Touchdown Turkey for the win. Oh, yeah. What's up, Dr. Delay? Just stopped by to say hi. I'm watching Raiders, Eagles. Like always, you the man. You're the man, Raider. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you again for the $2, Magic Man. That's awesome. Might be a casual, but after Madden 26 or 23, the game's been getting better. I started with 17. So I don't know how good the Madden games. Madden 23. So I don't know. So I did get some of the, not the newest one. I did get 22 and 23 when they were on sale. I got them when they were 50% off. I didn't really think they were that good. Again, it just feels broken. It just feels like you can run the same like 4 or 5 plays and it works all the time. I just didn't like that. And then as far as the actual game itself, franchise mode is terrible. And again, all your focus pretty much is on Ultimate Team. As Burrow hands it off, this is Brown. Brown spinning away and breaks free as he's brought down at the 46-yard line for a gain of 3. Nate, if you ever get a chance, if you ever find a PS2, PS3, either one. PS3, you'll get some good Maddens. Madden 12 to me is a really good Madden. if you get to the PS2 era and you play, I think Madden 07 has that perfect blend of all the classic Maddens there. Madden 07 is a great franchise mode. You'd love it. You'd see how in-depth it is. It's just so awesome. Gameplay also is amazing. Pretty good. 2nd and 7 at the 47 as Burrow is in the gun. And looks like he's not going to run a play there. So that is the end of the first quarter as it is 0-0 in Cincinnati. College Bowl 26 is really fun. I think it's a downgrade, to be honest. I think it's a downgrade to 25. The gameplay itself. Now, as far as like the Dynasty, yeah, they did add some more. It's really nice, but the gameplay, I think, was a downgrade. I like the faster 25 than the slower 26. That just felt like clunkier Madden to me. You like the new Madden? Yeah, I don't know if I'll buy it. Used to play Joe Montana's football on Sega Genesis. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think I ever played that. I just noticed. Congrats on 3K. Thank you, Magic Man. Yeah, we are moving on up. Someone else outside of the stream recommended it. Man, I might have to play it. I've never had a Genesis. Your favorite Madden is Madden 06, 09. Those were great years. Great years. Yep. I would include 05. Madden 05 is the first PS2 Madden I had. I played Madden 96 on the Super Nintendo, and that was pretty fun. I just wasn't good at it. I remember losing all the time. I never could finish a game because I was so upset. I was losing the whole time, so I just left. And again, I would play, I'd play this. I would essentially, you know what? The Super Nintendo is terrible. I'm going to play the Sega Dreamcast. So I would play NFL 2K2, which I played more of NFL 2K1, but as I got older, I realized, my dad loved NFL 2K2. My uncle loved NFL 2K2. I didn't see why, but as I got older, I guess I just began to love 2K2 more. I don't know. Let's see. What did I miss here, guys? Man. You played that one back in the day? Nice. 26 is your favorite since it's got the perfect press. Yeah, it's neat with the different presentations. But again, I feel like that's something that should have been there a long time ago. I don't know. I hate to be like a boomer, but I think that the new games just flat out stink. They really do. It's not fair the Patriots are good again. Yeah, they're definitely, they're looking pretty good. Then he had Montana on Genesis. Nice. Remember, Joe Montana's Sports Talk Football was a fun game. Also, wild hearing play-by-play. Yeah, again, I don't know. I need to look it up at least. If I don't play it, I got to look it up. Again, we are still in commercial break here. 0-0 Cincinnati with the ball. Apparently, Buchanan, a Raven, holding his knees, being carted off the field. I don't know what happened there. I did not see that. So hopefully he's okay. So 2nd and 7 for the Bengals. They're at their own 46. Now moving right to left on your TV screen. Burrow's going to be in the gun. Trips left, one receiver to the right. As Burrow takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right. Stepping up, he's going to run as he slides down at the 49-yard line. A quick gain of 3. Total yards for the game, the Bengals 48 yards in the first quarter. The Ravens with 9. So not ideal. Not ideal at all. So 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bengals. As again, 0-0 is your score here in Cincinnati. No scoring. You like not so great offense. Here you go. Burrow changing it up, 3rd and 4 in the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. They need to get to the 47 for a brand new set of downs as Burrow drops back. He's looking, fires. It is caught at the 50. Oh, and the defense is there to push him back. Just a gain of a yard. Nothing doing there for the Bengals. We're going to give them 2. Very nice spot. And we'll see what the Bengals want to do. And you run the risk. You go for it. You don't get it. You give the Ravens a short field, which they haven't looked good, but maybe that's what opens it up. Yeah, they're going to go for it, at least for the moment. It is 4th and 2 time here. They need to get to the 47. Burrow in the gun. No running back in the backfield. Now he's going to motion Pirine to his left. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Was this offsides? Was this a false start? Both teams pointing at each other. It's going to be against the Ravens. Going to be a brand new set of downs for the Bengals. Neutral zone infraction against the Ravens. That is a killer. That is a killer. Stopped at PS3. Madden 17 was the last one I bought. 14, the old 25 was the best one on that one. Just no CPU versus CPU. I disagree. I was not a fan of anything past 13, really. I didn't really think it got good. Like, I think it got worse. Everything got worse to me after Madden 12. Hands it off up the middle. This is Brown crossing the 40. He's at the 35 and brought down at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and that is a brand new set of downs for the Bengals. NFL Blitz. Never played NFL Blitz. I heard it was pretty good. Just need them to add schedule flexing Hall of Fame preseason game, Hall of Fame ceremony, maybe some college football season by season draft player imports for those both. Yeah, it'd be cool to see the imports. There's just, I don't know. That seems like a lot. It would be cool to see it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. You'd probably have to wait till Madden 35 or something. Softstream TV has a pretty good video on the client. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm subbed to him. Not on the Dr. Delay account, but my personal account. Yeah, I'm subbed to him. As Burrow hands it off. This is Brown. Brown shimmying inside at the 30. And he's tripped up at the 29-yard line for a gain of 5. So nice drive after that fourth down conversion. As the Bengals now again, they are well into Baltimore territory. I was going RFK. Indy, not RFK. Definitely not RFK. Jesus Lord, yes sir. Man, 96 is the best. Yeah, I don't know. I kept losing at that game, so I don't know. 2nd and 5. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right as Burrow drops back. He's looking, floats it down the left side. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Brown. Bengals fans asking for the penalty, but no penalty is given. Don't worry about being like a boomer. We've never come close to playing any of these games. That's fair, so maybe I'm not. Yeah, okay, so I guess it would be a boomer as far as video games concerned. I guess the Gen Xers are really the first ones to play games. Gen Xers, then the millennials. I'm like a zillennial. I was born in '96, so I'm the last year of the millennials by a couple of months. Burrow in the gun. Need to get to the 24 as Burrow drops back. He's looking over the middle, fires over the middle. It's tipped in the air. Oh, it's intercepted at the 15. This is Humphreys. He's at the 30, and he is brought down at the 35-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the big play. Of course, the pass was intended to Chase. It was off the hands of Jamar Chase. And this game will stay 0-0. Throw was a little bit high for Chase. It's just, again, a little bit high. Chase getting some fingertips on it. And it finds Marlon Humphrey. And this game stays 0-0. Let's see. I remember Super Nintendo Madden. We came a long way from the window passing. Yep. Yeah, again, I played Madden 96. Dr. D account. Yes, it is subbed to people. Yes. It's subbed to a decent amount, actually. Outside of JG9. Yeah, it is. The Madden Michael Vick was the fun. Yeah, Madden 04 was pretty good. I think everyone just kind of overrates that now, in my opinion. Everyone's like, oh, Madden 4 is great. Well, did you play it? No. Oh. So you're just saying that. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. I don't know. I think I don't know. I still think Madden 07 was the best. For me. Correct. Do you feel very badly about getting intercepted? I'd imagine so, yeah. Go Bengals. My Colts need it. He was broken in that game. Yep. Hallelujah. This guy. Haven't played since Tecmo Bowl. Oh, man. Yeah, that is quite a while ago. I know they made some remakes of that. All right, we'll go around the NFL here. Again, I'm going to see his knee experts. I don't understand all that. I'm going to refresh that and just get rid of that. Anyway, Bears leading 14-0 over the Browns. Ravens, Bengals 0-0. Chiefs leading 7-3 over the Chargers. Patriots 14, Bills nothing. Commies 10, Giants 0. Eagles 10, Raiders 0. Jaguars 21, Jets 7, and the Texans leading the Cardinals 17-0. So there you go. That's what's happening across the NFL. All right. Anyway, we're good there. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you again as we watch and listen to this Ravens-Bengals game. Can we score now, please? We'll see. Retro home of the lost, forgotten video games. Retro home, yeah, that's right. That's me talking about all these games, which, some of these, again, I haven't played. I've played a little bit. Again, when it comes to the PS2 era, and obviously the Sega Dreamcast, I can definitely play. Dr. Lane, your Steelers are on track for 9-8. Yeah. 9-8, baby. Let's go. 1st and 10 for the Ravens as they have it at their own 35 as Jackson hands it off. I couldn't tell you that is. He crosses the 40. He's brought down at the 43. That was Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell on the carry. Nice gain of 8. 06 through 08 were fun, but the salary cap was broken in franchise. Okay, that's fair. I think there were a lot of, it was kind of moving up really fast, if I do recall. Not the first few years, but after a while, yeah, it did. Jets, you can win for once, 2 cards. Yeah, I guess a lot of teams can win now. As Jackson hands it off. This is Mitchell. He bounces outside the 45. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, and is just stumbling out of bounds at the 35. Though they're gonna mark him out after the 42. So a gain of 15. There was no one there. He just, I guess, couldn't keep his balance. Very interesting there. So again, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Patriots, by the way, leading 14-0 over the Bills. Wow. Again, the Bills need to win that if they want any chance at hosting a playoff game. 1st and 10, Jackson hands it off to Mitchell, and Mitchell going to be bottled up at the 40-yard line. Just a gain of 2 on the play as they show off Todd Monken, his 3rd season as the Baltimore offensive coordinator, 3rd in rushing, 27th in passing. So not ideal. What's Casey's record at the moment? 6-7, this guy. Would you say momentum is more important in the first or second half? Second half, for sure. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Ravens as they're at the 40. Jackson in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As Jackson lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back. He's looking over the middle. He's moving, fires. It is... Oh, is it intercepted? Oh, it's intercepted by the Bengals. It was off Flowers' hands. So Chase has one that falls into the defender's hands, and now Flowers does the same thing. This time, though, the ball was right there. That was not overthrown. Oh, did Battle hold on to it? I don't know. It's going to be close. It may be a pick. I'm not too sure. Right now, though, they're saying it's a pick. 5 and 6 seed could host a playoff game. I guess in theory, yes, but it would be interesting. That'd be a first. Keep my cool. I'm going to keep my cool. It's going to be okay, Goku. This year's standings are crazy. Especially, yeah, they are. They are definitely. Man, again, both quarterbacks with the pick. Again, both throws, though. I mean, well, Burrow's throw was a little high. In Chase's defense, it was off his fingertips, but the throw was high. Jackson's was right there. Just flat out bad by Zay Flowers. It'll be okay, Goku, I promise. It'll be okay. The Bears leading 14-0 over the Browns. Zeros in this one. Chiefs leading 7-3 over the Chargers. Patriots up 14-0 over the Bills. The Commies up 10-0 over the Giants. Eagles 10. The Raiders nothing. Jaguars 21. Jets 7. And the Texans leading 17-7 over the Cardinals. Interceptions looking like it. It's looking like it was a pick. A 5 hosting wouldn't be too crazy. I mean, it would be crazy. It's never happened before, to my knowledge. I don't think it has. I could be wrong. But yeah, no, that would be definitely shocking. That would definitely be shocking if a 5 hosted a 6. Just can't deal with our receivers. They're generally terrible. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. Being a Ravens fan this year, it's been rough. It's been rough being a Steelers fan the last 8 years, but I definitely get why you guys are frustrated. So it looks like we're working our way back here to Cincinnati, where, again, the Bengals going to have the ball. Looks like they did review it. I mean, I'm assuming they reviewed it. The ball was kind of coming loose there, but I don't know if it actually touched the ground. So it should be 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Ravens getting bodied. You can't say they're getting bodied when it's 0-0. I won't be saying that. So it has been confirmed it's a pick. So the Burrow and the offense going to take over. Of course, they're still in their own territory. Jackson's sixth pick of the year. Yeah, that one was just a flat-out drop by Flowers. 1st and 10 as the Bengals have it at their own 27. Burrow under center, receivers to each side as Burrow takes a snap, hands it off to Brown. Brown inside as he's brought down at the 30-yard line. And, of course, there is a flag because why not? Trade say to get Jeremiah Love. There we go. Can Baltimore go to D-Hop? I don't know. There. You have to talk it up with Jackson and Munkin. Illegal formation there on the Bengals. That'll back them up 5. Usually the 5 is favored over the 4, so we'd all need is for a 6 or 7 to win 2 games in the 5. I know, I understand. It's very hard. It's hard for that to happen. But yes, no, you're correct. The 5 usually is favored over the 4. That is correct. But again, that's the problem is after that. The issue is not round 1. It's the issue is round 2. As he hands it off to Brown. Brown with a stiff arm. He's at the 25 and is going to be ripped out of bounds around the 28 or maybe just shy out of bounds. But a nice run there of 6 for Chase Brown. You would genuinely trade Flowers for Thielen. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would do it if I'm the Steelers. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Bengals. Apparently Chase is having some issues with his hands, or is it Flowers? I don't know. Again, it's 9 degrees there in Cincinnati, so it's going to be pretty cold. Not going to be many completed passes. He throws it down the field. Look at that. Wow, look at me in my big mouth. Oh, he just dropped it at the end. Incomplete. I thought it was a big play, but Iosivas couldn't hold on to it. Again, these little guys here, they're called fingers. They are probably all freezing there. They are all freezing there in Cincinnati. Burrow going with the deep throw. Iosivas had it and just couldn't survive the ground. So now it's 3rd and 9 for the Bengals. Once again, they need to get to the 37 for a brand new set of downs. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Ravens kind of flapping their arms like wings, like a bunch of ravens. As Burrow drops back, he's looking over the middle. Burrow dumps it off. It's caught by Gesicki. Gesicki at the 30, and he is blown up by a flock of Ravens at the 35-yard line, gain of 7 for Drew Sample. And he definitely got a sample of those tackles. Geez, again, 4 or 5 Ravens just came out of nowhere. Run, feast, it's cold. It is. You're going to watch the Bills go, Pats? All right, yeah, good luck. Have fun. How cold it is, you got to catch that. It's true. Hate the Pats. That's why I must cheer for them. Oh, yeah, playoffs, this guy. That's what gloves are for. That's fair. I don't know if the gloves would help, though. Again, I don't know if, NFL gloves going to help with the colds. That's going to bounce at the 30 and going to roll at the 21 with 7:34 left to go in the first half. 0-0 is your score in Cincinnati. So they will step away. I, of course, will be right here. Rush the quarterback. Yep. You're 1.5 hours south of Cincy. It's 12 Fahrenheit. Not that cold. No, for sure. And, of course, I'm assuming you are tweeting, or not tweeting that, but sending that from a comfy 75-degree home, if I had to guess. Surprised they didn't get the first completely score. I don't know. We'll see there. Again, it is 0-0 in Cincinnati. I don't know if anyone's going to score. It's going to be a cold day. If you had the under, you're gonna win. It closed at 51.5. Right now, it's at 32. Yeah, no, for sure, it's going to be an under. You'd be happy with the field goal at this point. Yeah, I think anyone would. All right, looking at the scores from across the NFL right now, Bears leading 14-0 over the Browns. Chiefs 7, Chargers 3, Patriots 14, Bills nothing, Commies 10, Giants 0, Eagles 10, Raiders nothing, Jaguars 21, Jets 7, and the Texans 17, Cardinals 7. Kenny Pickett, again, starting for the Raiders. I'm going to be pulling for him. 6 for 10, 30 yards. Not ideal. Not ideal. Not ideal, but again, the Raiders are just a mess. So there's that. Proud of your Pats. I bet you are. Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good. I was just outside letting my chickens out, and I broke ice for my house to drink. I've been outside. My home is 65 degrees. Nice. Nice. Very good. Well, look at you go, buddy. Look at you go. We have it here at 68 degrees. That's what we have it. So we're not that extreme, I guess. We should be, ideally. But it's only 40 outside. It's going to get in the 20s tonight, which is a pretty big deal over here. We got to leave the water running and everything because we're not built for that here in Texas. Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett. The GOAT. Kenny the GOAT Pickett. Kenny Pickett. That's Kenny Pickett. So we're back here in Cincinnati again at 0-0. If you like scoring, well, I'm very sorry. We have nothing for you here. 0-0, literally. No points, no nothing. As it's going to be 1st and 10. As it's getting windy outside. 1st and 10 at the 21. Jackson under center as he rolls out play action. Jackson steps up. Now he's running backwards. Now he's moving to his left. Now he's running forwards. He's at the 20. Jackson at the 30. And it's going to fall down at the 35-yard line. Gain of 14. A little bit of vintage Lamar Jackson on that one, as that's a big play. One of the biggest plays for the Ravens so far. Again, they have not really had much success. They're only at 48 total yards of offense, and that's after that 14-yard run. So 1st and 10 for Baltimore as they're at their own 35. Bills' rush defense has been horrible. Another pass touchdown. Oh, man. Jeez. 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson swings it over the middle. It's caught by Hopkins. Hopkins at the 50. He's at the 40, the 35, and brought down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 32 yards as they pretty much flipped the field with that one. Hopkins wide open in the middle of the field. And Hopkins, of course, going to make that catch. Right there on the money. Bills are down bad. You going to be cheering for the Packers today? Oh, I'm sure he will be. Packers play the Broncos. Kenny the GOAT Pickett. I need to send you a list of this guy. I love Kenny Pickett, man. That's my guy. 1st and 10 to 33. Hands it off. This is Henry. As Henry going to be brought down at the 30. No one loves Kenny, man. Everyone hates on Kenny. So that's why I have to defend Kenny. I've taken it upon myself to defend Kenny Pickett. Like I said, yeah, no, James, you were right there. Go to D-Hop. Again, he was wide open. I mean, I think anyone would have made that catch, you'd think. You would think so. Maybe not. I don't know. Zay Flowers, maybe not. But yeah, big play there. 21-0. That is just terrible. A little bit of this Ravens game this season. I don't get why they don't use D-Hop. Yeah. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 30. Jackson hands it off. This is Mitchell, and Mitchell is blown up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. Battling his way to Mitchell. Blowing him up. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Ravens. Again, they're at the Cincinnati 30. They're trying to drive here. Al Golden, first season Cincinnati defensive coordinator. They are last in rush defense, 30th in pass. They have specialized in the 30s as far as ranking in the 30s. Jackson in the shotgun. He drops back, looking to his right, dumps it off. It's caught by Ali. Ali's has some space at the 25, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Baltimore Ravens. And the touchdown turkey. He's like, finally, we got a touchdown here. Look at that. A little screen to Ali. Takes it the distance with the knockout. Not really a knockout punch, but hey, it's a knockout for this. For the round. 6-0, the Ravens leading over the Bengals as Jackson again, just a little screen. And there was no one on the right side of the field. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. It is good as Loop loops it in there for the extra point. 7-0, 4:35 left to go in the first half. Ravens leading 7-0. Cheer for the Packers. They play the Broncos. Yeah, I figured you would. Diop is not washed by any means. They got to use him more. Well, there you go. Used him on a big play. 30-yard play there. Used to pray for times like this. Yep. Touchdown again, Baltimore. They're on the board. Someone's on the board. Someone. Jeez. Again, it was just not looking pretty. All right, some scores across the area, or the nation, I should say. Bears leading 14-0 over the Browns. Caleb Williams, 9 for 11, 142 and a touchdown. Very impressive on that Browns defense. Ravens again leading 7-0. We just saw that happen. Chiefs leading 10-3 over the Chargers. Patriots all over the Bills, 21-0. Unbelievable. The Commies 13, Giants 0, Eagles 10, Raiders 0, Jaguars 21, Jets 7, and the Texans leading 20-7 over the Cardinals. Well, so that's what's happening across the NFL. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Geez, we finally got something. As again, if you're wondering, oh, why is it 7-0? Like, why do these teams just flat out stink? Well, I mean, maybe, but the main reason is that they're playing in 9-degree weather. It is cold. Both quarterbacks have thrown picks. Both of them have been off the receiver's hands. Jackson's, though, was right on the money. There's really no excuse for that one. Burrow's was legit high, as Chase, again, really only got his fingertips on that one. But Flowers hit him right there in the chest, pretty much. So that's kind of why the quarterbacks have thrown picks. We gave the Bills a few years to catch up, and they did nothing with it. Now we're back on top. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily the case because, I mean, there was pretty much a Patriots team in Kansas City, essentially. So I don't know. I would say the Bills were kind of this generation's Phillip Rivers Chargers, I would say. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair statement. Because, yeah, I mean, they were good, just they always ran into somebody better. Usually it was the Patriots. We're back here at Cincinnati, as again, it's 7-0. Baltimore on the board. They are going to be kicking off to resume this one. 5 plays, 79 yards, taking off 3 minutes off the clock. As there is the kickoff. That is going to be fielded at the 1. He's at the 10, the 15. He's at the 20, and that's where he's dropped maybe the 21 if they're generous. So the Bengals will have 4:30 left to go in the first half to tie it up or at least get something going. Look at that. We got full game. There we go. We got a bot. That means we've entered the top certain percentage. It has been a slow day here on the channel, but it's all good. Again, we crossed 3,000. I was pretty happy with that last night. Didn't think we would. Thought today would be the day, maybe. I'm glad we did. First and 10 for the Bengals at the 21. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As Burrow takes the snap and hands it off. This is Brown. Brown at the 25, brought down at the 27 for a gain of 6. But that wasn't Brown. That was Pierre. I thought it was 30. I guess it was 34. My bad there. So no Brown on that carry. Ravens defense last 8 games have played much better. But don't tell that to Goku. Goku will not agree with that. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Bengals. Burrow in the gun. As Burrow, play action, drops back. He's looking, fires. It is caught and pushed out of bounds at the 36. That is Jamar Chase. And that is a Cincinnati Bengals first down. Patriots-Packers is my number 2 Super Bowl hope behind the Steelers-Packers. That would be neat. Yeah, Patriots-Packers. Patriots-Packers. I could live with that. No, actually I couldn't. Really, actually, no. What am I talking about? Patriots. The Patriots are the problem with that one. 1st and 10 at the 36 as Burrow's under center. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. And it looks like the Bengals, Burrow going to back up, going to call timeout. So timeout Cincinnati. They'll just have 1 remaining here for the first half. And the Ravens leading 7-0. Bears, Pat, Super Bowl Trust rematch from 85. Jeez, yeah, that would be. Well, sorry, I don't know. I don't really buy the Bears right now. I don't know. They could have won against the Packers. They had a shot. They really did. I don't know. Beating the Browns, though, that's what you gotta do. Just beat who's in front of you. Again, I don't know. Like the next few weeks are going to be telling. Bears have the Packers again in Chicago. Then the Bears have the Niners in San Francisco. The Bears are the Lions. Just again, I think these next few weeks will let us know, are the Bears for real or not? You just win one of these games. I mean, not including today, of course. Burrow's going to hand it off up the middle. This is Brown, and Brown's going to be tackled at the 29. You got to win 2 of the last 3 games, and I will buy the Bears. You only win 1 of those, I ain't buying you. Those wasn't born yet. Please don't speak of that 85 Super Bowl. That was genuinely terrible. Yeah, I wasn't born either, and that was that's just 45-10, I believe, right? Jeez. Imagine waiting all year for that. Well, I mean, we saw the Seahawks Broncos, actually. That was pretty terrible, too. 2nd and 6, ball at the 40. Burrow in the gun as Burrow drops back, looking to his left, floats it out. It's caught by Brown. Brown cuts inside and is going to fight for the first down. Good effort there by Chase Brown, as that is a Bengals first down. 2:20 and counting. They may not snap. I think they might just take it down. They're kind of walking around with 2:12 left to go. Maybe they do snap it here. I don't know. They are getting to the line. They're at 6 seconds left till the 2-minute warning. Burrow under center. Burrow going to go ahead and just try to draw him off, so nothing doing there. So, 2-minute warning here in Cincinnati. 7-0 is your score. Baltimore, of course, leading. Cincinnati with the ball. Goku needs up this guy. Bears look pretty good against one of the best defenses right now. Goku might be onto something. What's that Browns record again? Oh. I guess a lot of people have looked pretty good against that Browns defense. Again, they are a good defense. I'm not going to say that they're not, obviously, but they've lost a lot. So I don't know if that's really a flex. Oh, wow, they look good against the Browns. Repeat that again. They look good against the Browns. What team was that? The Browns. What is their record? 3-10. Oh. Anyway. I don't know why I'm hating on the Bears, but for some, you guys did this to me, by the way. You guys did this to me. All right, let's see here. The Ravens, of course, first rounds on every play. This guy. Where's Mrs. Delay? I believe, she didn't stream yesterday. She was playing Arc Raiders. She's trying to get content for Arc Raiders. I think that might be what she's trying to do. She said there's like a creator program for our creators. They're like trying to get creators to like, help them out. So she wants to be one of those. So she might do that. I don't know. She's a big Bengals fan. That is not true. Eagles getting it. Oh man, that's tough. I think the Browns defense just gave up on the season. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. I mean, if they're 3-10, what's the point of being the number one defense or whatnot? Like, you're not winning. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, let's go over 2-minute warning again. We got some scores across the NFL. Bears, again, leading 14-0 on the Browns. Some might find that pretty impressive. I find, it's just another Sunday. The Chiefs leading 10-3 over the Chargers. Patriots 21, Bills 6. Commies 13, Giants 0. Eagles 17, Raiders nothing. Unbelievable. Jaguars 21, Jets 10. Just kicked a field goal. Lawrence with 2 touchdown passes. Texans 20, Cardinals 7 on, the Cardinals again. They're playing everybody tough, but now they've pretty much given up on the season. Bills scored when they gave Pats 2 minutes to score. They probably will score based on how the Patriots just are. It's crazy how they're good, how good they are. I mean, geez. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. They're at their own 46. Again, 2-minute warning has just passed. So can the Bengals drive down in 2 minutes? I think they can. Will they, though, is the question as he hands it off. This is Pirine, and the Ravens bottle him up after a yard. Tackled at the 48-yard line. Punts. I don't hate the Bears, Steelers, Browns, or Ravens. It's just not going to be a Bears-Pats here. But yeah, I just don't see the Bears again. If they win 2 of the last 3, not the next 3, this game, they should win. Again, the Browns I think could have also won, but there's only so much the Browns can do. As that's going to be a throw to his left, and that's intended for Chase, incomplete. And there's apparently a flag. Jones was looking at the referees in disbelief. Jones, the defensive player for the Ravens, he thought he was going to be called there. But no, that was a hold against the Bengals. And that'll back him up 10. 2nd and 19 coming up for the Bengals. Can the Chargers wake up? No. Charger line is so hurt, I don't think they're going to go anywhere in the postseason. That's fair. Yeah, that is true. Again, they have a lot of injuries. Watch Granddaddy Rivers win today. He's probably going to get wrecked, 34-0 or something. The 2nd and 19 coming up for the Bengals. They're at their own 38. As Burrow in the gun drops back. He's looking to his right. Pump fakes, fires on the middle. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Tanner Hudson. Great timing there by the defender, Gilman. I mean, he timed it up perfectly, laying the smack down as soon as the ball gets there. And now the Bengals facing a 3rd and 19. Josh Allen finding James Cook on a little swing pass there. Again, 21-7 is your score there in New England. The Bills just looking outmatched. As it's 3rd and 19 for the Bengals. Burrow in the gun, sending a man in motion. That is Brown. As Burrow drops back. He's moving to his right. He pump fakes. Burrow jogging and throws it away. Oh, man, and there's a flag. I saw a flag. And, of course, this will probably be against the Ravens. Illegal contact or something is going to give the Bengals a stupid free first down. It's what usually happens on a 3rd down. 3rd and long. Illegal contact, automatic first down. Pushing and shoving, by the way, here for the Ravens and Bengals. Pass interference. Oh, never mind. Did I speak too soon? Me and my big mouth again. Pass interference on the offense. As the crowd here in Cincinnati doesn't like what's happening. It's a hold on the phone. There haven't been a single thing yet. No one's announced anything. Pass interference, offense. Number 89, that is going to be declined, and that is going to bring up 4th down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gee, so this is kind of interesting here. Yeah. Crowd not happy in Cincinnati as here is the punt. And that is going to bounce at the 3 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. Ravens will have 1:05 left to go. They have 3 timeouts, all 3. Do they really push it here? I don't know. I don't know if they really do. If they beat the Lions, will you buy the Bears? I said 2 of the last 3. If you can beat the Lions and others, yes. You gotta win 2 of the last 3. They got tough opponents. They got to beat 2 of them. You can't beat the tough opponents, and you can't win in the playoffs because those teams are going to the playoffs. Maybe not the Lions, but again, Lions are still legit. And I'll give you credit if you beat them, for sure. I don't know if I should laugh or cry at the Steelers still being in the playoff run. Cry. It's pathetic. It is pathetic. We are pathetic. We have JT and Granddaddy Rivers. We won 67-0. Yep, you're hilarious. Lopsided matchups up and down the score sheet. Yep. Never mind. WRFs. Don't ban. He's gone. KDDGFEO. He's gone. He will not be coming back to the channel, folks. All right. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's go ahead and see what's happening across the NFL. Bears leading 14-0. The Browns have the ball. I guess that's all we really know. The Ravens, again, leading 7-0. That's the one we're covering here. Chiefs up 10-3 over the Chargers. 2-minute warning there. Patriots 21, Bills 7. Commies 13, Giants 7. Eagles 17, Raiders 0. As the Raiders are facing a 4th and 9 at their own 45. Jaguars 21, Jets 10. And the Texans 23, Cardinals 7. Yeah, man, that is not ideal, I guess, for close games. Yeah, a lot of multi-score games. This one's pretty close compared to everything else. Is it the closest or no? Yeah, I mean, there's a 10-3 game, so yeah, look at that. This is the closest game out there, tied for the closest. Bye-bye, bad guy. Well, yeah, it's just it's one of the bots that promotes. Oh, free NFL game. You want a virus here too? Yeah, there you go. You get 2 for 1. Click on me. You should unban my main account. No, I will not. Whatever Butterfly does, and I'm not going to go back on my mods. I trust them. And again, you were given plenty of chances. Oh my gosh, I went to bat for you too, plenty of times. You're just a man. You can be an idiot sometimes. It is what it is, though. So can I. To be fair, 1st and 10 here for Jackson. As Jackson in the gun, he drops back, moving to his right. Jackson pump fakes. He fires it down the right side. It is. Oh, what a catch by Zay Flowers. Oh, what a play. As the clock will continue to run with 53 seconds and counting. I would have taken a timeout. Unless you were pretty adamant he did make the catch. The clock had stopped at 49. You have to assume Baltimore called a timeout. Wow, that was a great catch. Great catch by Zay Flowers as they are approaching midfield. Looks like the Bengals lost. I knew it. They were like plus 105. Vegas knew it was going to pick them because Thanksgiving game. I think a lot of people thought that too. A lot of people picked the Bengals. Yep. The websites the boss advertise cost $25 a month. Really? That's crazy that you know that, honestly. Are the Bengals cooked? No, I still think it's way too soon to say anyone's got a huge advantage here or anything like that. Zay Flowers, yep. It's not over, Brando. Harbaugh is horrible with time management. He looks like he did call a timeout though immediately because the clock was still running. 56 seconds left. Butterfly has banned me on multiple channels. So we go way back. Yeah, no, she told me. Yep. 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Jackson lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his left. Moving to his left is Jackson. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 50, the 45, and runs out of bounds at the 42. But there are multiple flags down on the field. Why not? So we'll see what happens here. Offsides on the defense. That is going to be declined. as that is a first down. Hey, I want to know, can Rivers take over for Herbert? I'll stop this guy. That is tough. That is not good if Charger fans thinking, well, I mean, I'm not saying you're a Charger fan, but actually, Don, what team do you pull for? I forgot. I apologize, Don. But that would be something. If Charger fans are like, yeah, we're the ones that need Rivers back. 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the pitch. He drops back, fires it down the right side. Oh, it is incomplete. It hit Turner, the defender, right in the helmet. Turner was playing the receiver. You really can't fault him. Right over the hands of Andrews. It was a bad throw by Jackson. Jackson dodging a bullet there, as that was well over the head of Andrews. And Turner, of course, was expecting to make the tackle. It hits him in the helmet. Ball bounces up in the air, but falls to the turf. Oh, my goodness. Lucky there. 2nd and 10 coming up for Jackson and the Ravens, as Jackson in the gun. 2 receivers right to 1 receiver to the left. As Jackson drops back, he's looking over the middle. Fires, it is caught at the 40. Ali stumbling forward to the 36-yard line. There is another flag, because why not? I got curious, and I typed out some pushing and shoving here by the Bengals and Ravens, and the referee just throws a flag. Brad Allen slow to get up. And Brad Allen is the worst referee by any means, but you don't want to get hurt. That was pretty crazy. He threw a flag when he was on one knee. So someone ran into him. Who did? This will be interesting. It's going to be 15 the other way. Yeah, curious. Oh, yeah, the Redskins. Gotcha. I'm late to the party. A rare Sunday get to sleep in. There we go. So the Bengal rips down Ronnie Stanley, and he points at Stanley. Oh, Osai, what an idiot. Oh, wow, I don't know. Seems like Brad Allen just fell, and of course he just grabs the flag. he throws the flag from his knees. Wow. So they're having a little chat. I think it's going to go against the Bengals. So the shades of Perfect and Jones. And Stanley loves it. He is loving it there. Fouls by both teams. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, offense. Number 58. Holding, defense. Number 55. Penalties, offset, replay. Wow, okay. They didn't get Osai for pointing, and I thought they were, again, to me, looked like he was kind of getting the tempers there started, but it is what it is. So offsetting penalty is going to stay 2nd and 10. Yeah, welcome on in. You haven't really missed too much. Again, Ravens only leading 7-0. It is cold, 9 degrees here in Cincinnati. As the Ravens are driving, they're at the Cincinnati 42 with 36 seconds left to go in this one. Jackson in the gun. Sends a man in motion. Lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back. Jackson looking to his right, now over the middle. Fires to his left. It is caught by Andrews at the 28, and he's tackled immediately. That will be a Ravens first down, as they will take their second timeout with 29 seconds left to go in this one. Or in this first half, my bad. Jackson taking a little bump there by Osai. Jaden is the second coming of RG3. Like both of them, can't keep them out of the doctor's office. Ooh. Yeah. Oh man, that would be unfortunate. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, Daniels though, I mean yeah, I mean they're solid. They're different players, but yeah, I mean for sure. Daniels better passer. For sure. But yeah, that is unfortunate. Flag streamer, this guy, 100 subscriber penalty. That would be devastating. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Ravens, as they are at the 28 of Cincinnati. Jackson lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back. Jackson's looking over the middle. He fires to the end zone. Oh, it's caught. Touchdown, Baltimore Ravens. And the touchdown. Turkey loves touchdowns. Zay Flowers with the catch in the back of the end zone. A perfectly placed ball, and the Ravens leading 13-0 with 23 seconds left to go in the first half. 28 yards. And the Ravens an extra point away from moving up to 14-0. I have to assume he'll make it to the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. 14-0 Ravens over the Bengals. As again, the Ravens, they were the favorites, 2.5-point favorite, but America, and even the chat for most of it had the Bengals winning. And again, they're kind of highlighting the overthrow by Jackson earlier. It hit the Bengal in the helmet. He picks it off at worst, best case scenario. I guess worst case scenario would be 7-0. Best case scenario, Bengals have a shot to at least, tie it up. Whether they would or not, I don't know. Goku loving it. Pat's up 24-7. Oh, man. Gobbler, yep. Been watching delay longer than everybody in this chat. Is there a prize? Well, not this account. Not this account. Big touchdown there. Yep. Everyone like the stream, please. It would help. It would definitely help. I will promote the channel soon, though. Appreciate it, though, Jim. You hit the upside down button. Yeah, that's fine. And then again, if you hate me, that's okay, too. Dislike me. That's fine. It will not hurt me at all. My most disliked stream was the Shador Sanders first start against the Raiders. Oh, my gosh. Whoa, that was pretty crazy. But, the dislikes were crazy, but it helped out in the next stream for sure. As that's a nice return. Going to return to the 38-yard line. 38-yard line there. But, a lot of dislikes on that one. So here come the Bengals. They only have 18 seconds left. And we'll see if they can at least muster up a field goal. That would help out a lot. It's only a 2 touchdown. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Josh Allen with 35 yards. Oh, wow. Jim saying, go Pats. This account was your 250 sub. Oh, really? Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. Indy will win the South. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bengals. They're at their own 38. Only 18 seconds left. They only have one timeout as Burrow drops back. He's looking, pump fakes, moving to his right, fires it into the turf, incomplete. And there were no flags. Bengals pushing the Ravens. Again, there was kind of incidental contact there. Burrow on the turf, but no penalty. The Ravens about to put to rest any playoff hopes for the Bengals. A win today would do that. Yes, sir. Yeah, Robinson may have done something at the end. Probably didn't need to. Interesting. How many dislikes? I think it was like 17. 17 dislikes. But what? You are the president of Shador. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, gosh. All right. 2nd and 10. Burrow fires. It is caught by Jamar Chase, that is, as he is pushed out of bounds at the 49. Gain of 11. As the Bengals have 7 seconds left. Again, the Bengals do have a timeout left, so you can throw it over the field. You can use whatever field you want. Browns with 57 total yards. Not good. Not good at all. The Browns are not good. No, they are not. They are not good. So, they're going to spot at the 49. I don't know why there's confusion on that. But, again, in temperatures like this, ideally you get closer to the 30. I mean, you can try it. I'd be interested to see how kickers can kick now. With all the way they can kick. That's going to be a timeout there by the Ravens. Their last. Again, 9 degrees. That ball's going to be a lot more difficult to kick. So, ideally, you have to get a little closer. But with the way these kickers can kick a football now, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I'd like to know the range. You're done getting under Doc's skin for the day. No, you're good, man. You're good. You're fine. You didn't get under my skin or anything. Dislike is just a liking the stream without wanting to be popular. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Whether you like it or dislike it, man, it's whatever. Preferably the likes, of course. But you know, just so, I mean, again, like whenever people say, oh, you know, I don't like this stream, blah, 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 leave a dislike. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. 1 dislike equals minus 10 likes. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I guess you ideally, yeah, you want to be in the 90% range as far as the like percentage. 1st and 10 at the 49. Burrow in the gun, drops back. He's looking over the middle, fires. It is, was it caught? I don't know if it was. Incomplete. Pass intended for Jamar Chase. Would have been about a 55-yard field goal. Getting the throw a little bit off. Chase, though, flat out dropped it. Not a good throw. So 2nd and 10. Coming up for the Bengals. 1 second left. A 50-yard field goal was considered impossible. Yep. I do. Yeah. Those were the days in the 2000s there. 2nd and 10 as Burrow drops back. He steps up. Burrow is gonna go down. That is a sack. And the Ravens just shutting down the Bengals here in the first half, 14-0. Oh man, you gotta feel for the Bengals fans. But the Ravens looking pretty good here. 14-0 at the half. Give this guy a sub. Again, appreciate you guys. If you guys have not done so already, make sure again to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games, folks. So, yeah, again, we crossed 3,000 subs yesterday. We ended up getting about 50 subs yesterday for the 2 streams. That's great. So, thank you again. And, yeah, no, definitely awesome. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, I'll be calling another game later. Lions and the Rams, and then the Vikings and the Cowboys later tonight. I'll be here all day. So thank you again for tuning in. Sounded like it doesn't need to be overblown. Yeah. That's a long time, Tiff. I think I was a child the first 50-yard. Wow. You need Henry to get a touchdown in the second half for my prize pick. All right, we'll see. Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin? I don't know. I don't really do NASCAR there, buddy. I know they are NASCAR, but I have no idea what they do or how good they are. I've heard of both of them, so I guess I'm a casual. All right, let's look at the halftime scores from across the NFL. Bears leading 14-0 over the Browns. Ravens 14, Bengals nothing. Again, that's the game we're covering here. Chiefs leading 13-3 over the Chargers. Chargers are at the Kansas City 23, though. Patriots 24, Bills 7, Commies 19, Giants 7. Eagles Raiders already in the second half. Eagles leading 17-0 over the Raiders. Jaguars 24, Jets 10, and the Texans 23, Cardinals 7. So there you go. That is what's happening at the half. Really thought the Giants would do better today. Me too. Basketball. What about basketball? How's it going, Doc? Just in from the Bears game at the half. Go Bears. Yeah, 14-0. They're looking pretty good against the Browns. Again, we were talking about the Bears earlier, and I pretty much said if you guys can win 2 of the last 3 games, then I will fully buy into like the Bears playoff chances, of making a deep run. But until that, though, I don't know. Again, if you guys stumble down the stretch, I will be a little cautious, a little bullish on the Bears. I think the Bengals are for real cooked now. Again, I think it's still a little too early, but I get what you're saying. I chose the Giants to win. Yeah, I chose the Giants to win as well. 71 passing yards at halftime. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Let's go. We can actually look over the stats. That's a good point there, Brando. All right, looking at... I guess I don't know what those are. Anyway. All right. Jackson, 7 for 9, 136, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Burrow, 8 for 16, 71 yards and a pick. Again, keep in mind that they are playing in 9-degree weather, so passing is not going to be as effective. they're just not going to have good stats today. Jackson looking pretty good, so maybe it is possible. Jackson 2 for 26 on the ground. Mitchell 4 for 25. Henry 6 for 17. Chase Brown on the ground 7 for 32. P. Ryan 6 for 28. Burrow 1 for 3. And then receiving, Zay Flowers 2 for 54 and a touchdown. Ali 2 for 32 and a touchdown. Hopkins 1 for 32. And Andrews 2 for 18. For the Bengals, Jamar Chase 4 for 40. Brown 2 for 13. Gesicki 1 for 11. Sample 1 for 7. That is what's happening in this game. And then for total stats, thank you, Alzheimer's. First downs, each of them at 9. Third down efficiency, Ravens 2 for 4. Bengals 1 for 6. Total yards, Ravens at 193. Bengals 112. Then penalties, the Bengals with 3 for 25 yards. Ravens with 2 for 10. Time possession, it's been with the Bengals. 18 minutes for them. Just over 11 minutes for the Ravens. So there you go. Those are the stats here for the Cincinnati game. Let's see here. Looked like Caleb. Hold on. What did I miss? Something? Looked like Caleb got hurt in the last play. Ooh, that would not be good. That would not be good. Hope Williams okay if he isn't. The Bears are cooked. Yeah, no. If Williams is hurt, then there's no chance. No chance at all. Guess the Ravens are still angry about the last Bengals game. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Don't even know their backup. I think it's Bajent. Sorry, though, Doc runs a good show. Give him. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Again, if you guys do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. Again, I did cross 3,000 subs yesterday, so we are channel on the rise. So, again, you're subbing to a channel that is going to be big one day. Again, this is year 1. It takes time to develop and build a YouTube channel. So it's all up from here. Can we agree that Eastern Standard Time is the best time zone? No, it is not. Burrow's a 36.2 pass rating. Yeah, not good. That's worse than if you spike the ball on every play. This guy. 39. Yeah, 39 something. Just looked him up. He's inactive. Oh, wow. Then I have no idea who the backup is. Case Keenum is the Bears' backup. I didn't know he was still in the league. Case Keenum. Shout out Case Keenum. Didn't think I'd be talking about Case Keenum today, but here we are. The Bears can sign an old vet. Yeah, they can sign Big Ben. Case Keenum. What the heck? That's kind of shocking. Pick it through a pick. Dang it. Oh, well. That's a shame, though. Was it an ugly pick? Was it just a flat-out bad throw? Was it off the receiver's hands? Take it with the pick. A 13 for 22, 70 yards. Oh, jeez. Oh, pick it. Come on, Kenny. Just have a great second half, man. Come on. That's not how you started off, though. Dang it. Dang it, Kenny. Come on. Prove these guys wrong. Prove everyone wrong, man. This guy's my new... Yeah, I'm sorry. I learned it video gaming with some people. Yeah, I regret it. This guy. I've been saying it for years. Now. Case Keenum wanted to retire. The Bears bagged him to play one more year. Really? Wow. Wasn't familiar with Keenum's game. Oh, is he doing all right? I have no ball knowledge when it comes to Case Keenum. Well, he's not that great anymore. He was okay for a little bit. He was an okay quarterback. Warren Moon should get back in the game. Might as well. Everyone else is getting signed. I mean, not everyone else, but Phillip Rivers coming back. Warren Moon. We need the Bengals to win out. I love seeing Burrow in the playoffs. You know, the problem with that, though, is how many times have you actually seen him in the playoffs? You know? Twice. Doesn't really happen. I'm actually curious now. Let me look that up. Joe Burrow. Hey man, if you don't earn it, you don't earn it. I'm all for that. Yeah, I've only seen him twice. Joe Burrow is a great quarterback, folks. But I think it's time to have a conversation that this guy is just injury prone. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just injury prone. And I don't know. He did have a full season there last year and didn't make it. I don't know. 41-31. That's not bad. He actually has he's apparently the most accurate quarterback in NFL history, apparently. 68%. Wow, he only had, interesting, that's kind of disgusting. 9 yards and a completion. That's pretty bad, actually. You want to be, now in today's NFL, it's considered good to have a 10, but ideally you were above 11. 11 was considered pretty good back in the day. Now 10 is because, again, quarterback play actually is lower than ever. And yards per attempt, you want to be in the 7s. So if you're at a 6, that's actually pretty bad. Wow. So he actually had a pretty bad 2023. 2024, again, not bad, but again, yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since we've seen him in the playoffs. It's been a while. Definitely needs to get healthy. He's just injury prone. He's an injury prone guy. He played for the Vikings. There's been talk that he might get traded. I look at my coworkers and say, this guy. Yeah, well, I do the same thing. This guy. Bills touchdown. Oh, interesting. All these quarterbacks can't win anymore anywhere else. Come to Pittsburgh and leaves with the running. Hold on, let me restart. All these quarterbacks can't win anywhere else. Comes to Pittsburgh and leaves with a winning record before losing again. Kind of says a lot. Pickett, Fields, Wilson, Dobbs. I mean, I don't know. So the thing is, I mean, the reason they kind of win in Pittsburgh is because they're pretty much told to be a game manager. I can't blame the quarterback there. They're just told, hey, don't lose the game, so don't make plays. They're not allowed to be a superhero, essentially. Unless the defense is falling apart, then they need to. Then they need to make plays. I don't know. They just can't. Pittsburgh can't develop quarterbacks. They just can't. They can't develop quarterbacks under this coaching, under the coaching. Go Bills. Well, interesting. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. If Burrow makes the playoffs, there's a 50% chance to go to the Super Bowl. I guess with that logic, yeah. Burrow is right up there with Andy Dalton. Oh, man, I don't know about that one. I think he's a little bit better than Andy. I would put him, I don't know. I think I'd probably put Carson Palmer still above Joe Burrow. Again, Burrow just, I don't know. We need to see it. I mean, it's been a while. 2022. That was a couple years ago. It's a few years ago now. Definitely a few years ago. When's the next bowl game? I don't know. I think Tuesday. I think we'll do one Tuesday. Troy and Jacksonville State. Yeah, I'll probably be doing that one. Who's winning the Bears game? The Bears are winning. They were winning 14-0, William, last time I checked. Last year, had the most passing yards, most passing touchdowns in the league. All reasons he wasn't in playoffs last year is because their defense gave up 37 points a game. No, I get that. Again, my argument to that, though, and it doesn't always hold water, but I think it does a little bit in this case. He has all those numbers because the defense was so bad. Again, if the defense is allowing 15 points a game, if he has a great defense, those numbers aren't going to happen. He's not going to be throwing all the time, which is why I do defend Ben. Again, that guy had the number one defense a lot, hence why he didn't throw for a lot. That's just the way it works. You have a good defense, you're not going to throw as much, unless you're just, really good. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But at some point, I don't know, if you're a great quarterback, you will find a way to win. You'll find a way to get to the playoffs, and you will win the playoffs. There aren't that many quarterbacks that just consistently lose in the regular season, don't make the playoffs. I mean, there really aren't. There aren't many that have. I think Stafford's probably the first one that may have kind of, gets on a good, different team and then actually wins. Everyone else just seems to win. That's my argument against Joe. You picked the Raiders to upset the Eagles. Hey, me too. I'm an idiot. Are you doing another game today? Yes, 2 games. That's disrespectful. Burrow's 10 times better than Palmer. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Burrow might be leaving with like Palmer did too, though. That's crazy. Crazy. It's crazy what the Bengals can do to a quarterback. We are returning to action here as Baltimore going to kick off to Cincinnati. Fields it at the 7. He's at the 10, the 15, 20. He's at the 25, and he's bottled up there. So we are back in action. So can the Bengals, again, they need a win out to have a chance. They need a win out to have a chance. Can they do it? And you don't have to play against a prime Joe Flacco, Big Ben, and whoever was the number 1 pick that year. I guess I'm missing that conversation. What happened there? Andy Dalton brushed the dust off that name. Yeah, it's been a while. Been a while. All right, Burrow, prove me wrong again. Burrow has 0 points. We hear about the defense all the time. Yeah, the defense not playing the best. But what has the offense done so far? Can he get it done? Prove me wrong. Burrow hands it off. This is Brown. Brown spins around and is brought down at the 27-yard line. Gain of 3. They're going to mark him down at the 28. So can Burrow get it done? Feel like Skylar Bell is a better quarterback. This guy, okay, all right, okay, all right, Goku. Burrow and Palmer are basically the same guy. They're similar. I think they're more similar than people would think. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bengals. They are at their own 28. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Sends a man in motion as Burrow drops back looking to his right. Burrow moving to his right. Fires. It is caught at the 40. Chase at the 40 as well. And he's brought down 38. That was a terrible call. We're just going to ignore it. We're going to move past it. As that is a gain of 34 yards. And that is a Cincinnati first down. You picked the Raiders. Pigskin pick them. Yeah, it was stupid. Pats go 3 now. Ooh. Interesting. Bills making some noise there in Foxborough. I believe it's Foxborough. I believe they're playing in New England. Again, we'll check out some scores after this drive. 1st and 10 for the Bengals as they are in Baltimore territory. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As he moves to his left, Burrow hands it off to Chase Brown. And he is brought down after a yard. For some reason, I'm having an issue with that. Defense is buns. Well, so far, it hasn't played too bad. Hasn't played too bad today at all. So Brown, again, his 9th carry of the day, 37 yards for him as it's 2nd and 8 coming up for the Bengals. Again, they're in Baltimore territory, so this is kind of rare for them today. So starting off on the right foot on this drive as Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Burrow sends a man in motion. Burrow drops back looking to his right. Fires over the middle. It's caught by Jamar Chase. Breaks a tackle, but then is tackled immediately. So that is a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Bengals. Dalton wasn't terrible even as a backup for Dallas, but he went belly up quickly. Yeah, Dalton was okay. Dalton was an okay quarterback. I think he was an average quarterback. Had a really good year. 1 year. I can't remember the year to be specific. But yeah, he was an okay quarterback. Not a bad quarterback at all. Just was never great. 3rd and 4. Needs to get to the 28 for a brand new set of downs. I think it's snowing there in Cincy now as Burrow drops back. Heavy pressure. Fires. Incomplete, almost intercepted. And it's going to be 4th down. Burrow may be staying on the field. They may go for it. Touchdown Eagles. Oh, my goodness. He's a Dilfer. I don't know. I don't think highly of Trent Dilfer at all. I think he was just straight up bad. But I don't know. I'd have to look a little more into Trent Dilfer. So the officials are coming together, having a little chat. They might be discussing if it's grounding or not. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. No one knows what's going on. Yeah, I think I'd prefer Dalton over Dilfer. So, again, they're having a little discussion here. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's booing them. Players, fans, everyone. There's no intention. Pardon me. There's no intentional grounding. I'm burping everywhere now. Jeez, my bad. All right, so 4th and 4. They are going to go for it as they need to get to the 28-yard line for a brand new set of downs. They are 8 for 12 on 4th down this season. That's pretty good. That's pretty efficient. Chase is in the slot. Burrow in the gun. Burrow. Still on the gun. He takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left, fires over the middle. This is incomplete. Pass intended for Mike Gesicki. A little overthrown. Gesicki did get a fingertip on it, but it falls incomplete, and Baltimore will take over at their own 32. 4th and 4, unable to connect with Gesicki, man. That is tough, and Baltimore takes over. You set Goku off. I don't know. I think he's just like, Dilfer just wasn't good. Dilfer was bad with that defense. Yeah, no, the 2000 Ravens, pretty good. Pretty good defense. Pretty legendary defense, if I say so myself. All right, so again, a turnover on downs for the Bengals. Again, their season on the line today. Can they stay alive? They got to win out. They got to win out for all that to work. All right, what do we got here? We have the Bears leading the Browns 14-0. So there we go. Browns do have the ball at the Chicago 49. Chiefs leading 13-10. The Chargers kind of coming back quietly. Patriots leading 24-14. But you guys are mentioning that there's kind of a momentum shift in that game. Bills might be coming back. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. Commies 22, Giants 7. Eagles 24, Raiders nothing. Jaguars 31, Jets 10, and the Texans 23, Cardinals 7. That's what's happening across the NFL. The ball is like a rock out there catching a boulder. Yep. This game's a wrap again. I can't say that. 2000 Ravens, 85 Steelers, best defenses of all time. Goku may have caught the CTE. You really hate to see that, Goku. You really do. If Ravens get a field goal, wrap it up for Christmas. Oh, man. Would be a 3-score game. I don't know. I still think it's too early to say that, but there is a growing sentiment here that the Ravens may be back to 500 today. Do you think the Bengals still have a chance? Oh, yeah, they do. They do have a chance. But they need to get it going. Don't say that in the Bills game, this guy. Yeah, no, there's still plenty of time for the Bengals. And again, Goku mentioning the Bills-Ravens game, that was a choke job. That was a choke job by the Ravens. So many what-ifs this season for the Ravens, man. You're leaving the Purple People Eaters out of the best defense of all time, dude. Not cool. Oh, and the Legion of Boom. Solid defenses there. Solid. As Jackson tosses to Henry. Henry at the 35, the 40, 45, 50. He's at the 40, and he's tripped up at the 38-yard line. Big run there for King Henry, and that is a Baltimore Ravens first down. I'm going to mark him down at the 39, as that's a gain of 29. 85 Bears, best of all time. I don't know. I think the 70s Steelers were pretty darn good. They did it for more years, and they won 4 Super Bowls. I don't know. That's pretty dominant. First and 10 to 39 is Jackson. Hands it off. This is Henry. Henry down the left side. Breaking tackles at the 35. He's at the 30, the 20, and brought down at the 15. King Henry. Oh, they are all bowing down to him. He is looking really good right now, as that's another first down. And that is not good That is not good for Cincinnati. Pickett intercepted again. Unbelievable. Oh, come on, Kenny. Hear my pleas to get it going. 08 Lions, best defense of all time. That's actually, Draven, that's a great one. That is never brought up in any conversation, and I don't understand why. There's an injured Bengal on the field. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Looks like that is Turner. Never mind. Sorry, not intercepted. Oh, thank goodness. Best defense. Yep. Henry's a beast. He is a beast. He was sacked. Okay, good. Keep feeding him. Saved first round. Yeah. The first half they were running a lot with Mitchell. That is, good point. And, Henry looking pretty good on back-to-back runs. See what happens when they block. Yeah, give Henry some space, man, and he just goes. And again, he was breaking tackles. Nice runs. Pickett is terrible then, sadly. Pickett. All right, so there is an injured player. We will step away for a sec as we will check out again what's happening in the NFL. Again, a lot of stuff happening. Teams could be eliminated today. Teams moving up and down in the wild card or division. Just a whole bunch of things. The NFL really great in December as the Bears leading 14-0 over the Browns. The Browns, though, driving as they're at the Chicago 33. Chiefs leading 13-10 over the Chargers. Patriots 24, Bills 14, but the Bills are at the New England 8. So that could be a one-score game really quickly. The Commies leading 22-14. Looks like the Giants have just scored. Eagles 24, Raiders nothing. Jaguars 31, Jets 10, and the Texans 23, Cardinals 7. And again, if you guys do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So if you do like the sound of the voice, the sound of whatever it is that's coming through your YouTube, subscribe to the channel. It is free, and we are, again, a growing channel, crossing 3K subs yesterday. And again, this is year 1, so we are definitely moving in the right direction. It is the Lions. You have to get to the Super Bowl to even be compared. Nah, man, the 08 Lions, I don't want to know. I will defend Draven here. That's a great pool. The 08 Lions, the GOATs of all goated teams. Chiefs score, 13-10. Would you rather have to tackle Derrick Henry or get tackled by Ray Lewis? I'd rather try to tackle Derrick Henry, and I would just run out of the way. My point of view is Henry will send you to the hospital. Ray will send you. Yeah. Did you know Chris Johnson's son is on SMU? I feel like I did, but now I guess you just reminded me. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Chargers will win. It'll be interesting. A lot of teams will probably cash their tickets today. Good call. Oh, yeah, for sure. This is awesome. So, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. They're at the 15. He's hands it off to Mitchell, and Mitchell going to get a hard-earned 4 there. As brought down at the 11. Mitchell didn't really get much there, but again, the lineman kind of pushing him forward. Red zone struggles for the Ravens. They have struggled, only scoring a touchdown 36% of the time since week 10. So that is a bummer. 2nd and 6, ball at the 11. Jackson in the gun. Trips to the right. One tight end in tight to the left as Jackson hands it off. This is Henry at the 10. And he's going to be stuffed at the 9-yard line. Gain of 2. How much money could you make starting a YouTube channel? Not much. So I just got monetized in September. So the ad money, honestly, not much, to be honest with you. So... but if I were to get, bigger audiences, of course, then it's more people watching ads, then that's where the ad money comes in. So, I don't know. It's goals for first year. I don't know. My goal was really just to get 500. So, we have crushed that for sure. I'm very happy with that. 3rd and 4. They are at the 9. Need to get to the 5 for Brandon Senda Downs. Jackson drops back. He's pump faking. He fires to the end zone. It is dropped by Flowers. Incomplete. The throw just a tad bit high. Flowers, though, gets both hands on it and unable to hold on. Flowers is beating himself up, and he should. Oh, no, he flat out had them both there, and he just dropped it. Jackson jumping up and down. Oh, man, would have been the dagger. Unbelievable. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up. It is good. 17-0 Ravens leading over the Bengals with 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. Ray Lewis, Derrick Henry, I think, need a boot. Yeah, I think that's the appropriate one. D-Hop, go to D-Hop. Sorry, they went to they went to Flowers there. Steelers fan here. How's it going, fellow Steelers fan? One punch. Good to see you, man. Rooting for the Bengals. Yeah, well, it's the Ravens. So, yeah, the Bengals going to be out most likely if the score holds. But, you know, I guess we'll see. Say Flowers, this guy. Oh, my gosh. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. But, yeah, the Ravens leading 17-0. Of course, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, as a Steelers fan, you know, as a Steeler fan, I should say. I'm a Steeler. You know, if the Ravens win, then the Bengals are out. If the Bengals win, then the Ravens just get knocked back a half game. So, not the worst thing in the world. This game is over. I'm not going to say that yet. We'll see what the Bengals can do on this drive, but it's trending that way. Let me find if you draft Skylar Bell. No, sir. Who do the Steelers play? We played the Dolphins tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Again, I'm not exactly confident for some reason. They are very much on fire as of late. As the Browns have tacked on a field goal, Bears leading 14-3 over the Browns. Ravens, again, up 17-0 in this one. Chiefs leading 13-10, but the Chargers are driving at the Kansas City 4. Chargers coming back. Again, they were down 10-0 at least. Now the Chargers may be taking the lead there in Arrowhead. Wouldn't that be something for the Chargers to eliminate the Chiefs in Arrowhead? Bills, again, coming back. They're now only down by 3. Patriots leading 24-21. The Commies are leading 22-14 over the Giants. Eagles 24, Raiders nothing. Jaguars 31, Redskins. I was thinking about the Commies for some reason. Still. Jaguars 31, Jets 13, Texans 23, Cardinals 7. Yeah, man, I kind of miss the Redskins. All right, let's see what we got here. Patriots only lead by 4. Yeah, they have blown it. Bills comeback. Yep. Pick the Chiefs, but go Chargers. Yeah, I think I picked the Chiefs as well. I picked a lot of teams that were kind of fighting for their playoff lives. Not this game. I did pick the Ravens. I just felt like that this talk of the Bengals running the table was very much overblown. Field at the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. It's at the 25, and that's where he's brought down. So, again, the Bengals playing for their playoff hopes. About 24 minutes left to go. Can they make it happen? And I think the thing that annoys me the most about it with the Bengals, and it's whatever. I mean, it's not an attack. It's just this is what I've experienced. You know, a lot of this talk, of course, started with, well, the Bengals going to beat the Bills. Well, the Bills beat the Bengals last week, so I guess people are forgetting that all of a sudden. And then again, you have to have a lot go your way the last 4 weeks. Of course, you got to win all these games. Of course, you have the Steelers; they need to melt down. The Ravens need to melt down. I don't know. It's a tough task because Burrow drops back. He is looking, dumps it off. It's caught in the flat by Chase Brown, and he is slammed out of bounds for a couple. Making ZD today. Nice. Bengals aren't playing like their playoff hopes are on the game. Yep, this is a must-win for them. It's kind of have to win for the. Yeah, it's a kind of have to win. Yeah, they can still get into the playoffs if they lose. No, exactly, John. It's just Bengals. They don't look like they want it. They really don't. As Burrow's in the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Burrow drops back. He's looking, dumps it off. It's got the 30. He's at the 35 and tripped up right there. So that is a gain of 7 for Tanner Hudson, as that brings up a 3rd and 1. We'll have a Bengals field goal again. The Bengals will take anything at this point. Yeah, appreciate you, JT, for tuning in. Eagles up 30-0. Oh, my gosh. I picked the Raiders to win. What the heck was I talking about? This guy, a Steelers fan, roughing it through a Ravens-Bengals game. No, it's not. I'm not. I enjoy this. I love obviously not a fan of these guys, but I do enjoy watching the Ravens and Bengals play. I definitely will watch AFC games. I love the AFC. Hands it off up the middle, and Perine's going to get the first down. Gain of 2, needed 1. And that is a AFC North. What am I talking about? Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals, first down. Yeah, again, I like the AFC North as well, of course. That's my division. But yeah, I love the AFC. Love the AFC North. Really, of course, love that team back there forever and always. Until they actually 100% personally call me out. Dr. DeLay, we don't want you as a Steeler anymore. So what kind of future that'll be, I don't know. Hopefully that future never comes. For some reason, that's a fear of mine. I don't know why. Anyway, Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left as Burrow. Play action, fires it in the flat. It's caught, but he is pushed out of bounds. Oh, and he kind of slammed him down gently, if that makes any sense. Bengals asking for a flag. I feel like there could have been a flag on that one, to be honest with you. Again, the whistles were blowing. He kept spinning around, and then, yeah. I don't know. Regardless, that is a gain of 1 for Tanner Hudson. Should have known better than to pick the Bengals. Not on his payroll. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, you're good, Don. All right, 2nd and 9. Ball at the 38. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. As Burrow takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his right, swings it out. It's caught by Perine. Perine slips, gets up. He's at the 35, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage as he's tackled at the 38-yard line. Going to give him the 39. Very generous spot. Ravens don't need a meltdown. They would just have to lose to the Steelers. Steelers should have to have a meltdown, lose the next 3 games, and defeating the Ravens. Yep. There was just a lot of stuff that had to go right for the Bengals to get in. That's a tough task. But, yeah, I get what you're saying. The Raiders, Jets, and Browns organizations don't know what they're doing. Correct. They do not. 3rd and 8. They're at the 39 as Burrow drops back. He's looking, steps up in the pocket. Burrow moving to his right. And he's just going to run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And Burrow's going to stay on the sideline, and the Bengals will have to punt. And the Bengals fans are booing. They are not happy. You have to wonder about Zach Taylor's future again. This would be a 3rd straight season, no playoffs. So, I mean, at that point, you start questioning things when it comes to the coach. You don't do that in Pittsburgh, though. You don't do that in Pittsburgh, but, you do that in other organizations, as this is Recco. He punts it away. That's going to be bouncing at the 20, rolling at the 15. It's going to roll inside the 10. Very good punt. That is down at the 7. What a punt. Well, the punter wants it. Ravens will take over with 4:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter, as, again, they lead by 3 scores. I've seen better throws from a turkey sandwich. Jeez. Yep. Sorry, Doc, but with TJ Watt out, I picked against the Steelers. That's understood. Don't blame you. Let's say the Bengals keep crapping the bed. What games are you doing later? I may head up to Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the Lions, Rams, and then, of course, Sunday night. That is on the docket today. Wait, have the Jets ever known what they're doing? I'm convinced they had a goat of a quarterback for his day. They can't get that again. Yeah, no, I guess you can make an argument. The Jets have never known what they're doing. The Jets have been pretty bad my entire life. They had a good run with Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez, but that is it. Bears have extended their lead. They lead 21-3 over the Browns. Ravens, again, up 17-0. That's the game we're covering here. Hold on a sec. Dang bots. Chargers, Chiefs, 13-13. Chiefs have just kicked a field goal. Patriots leading 24-21 over the Bills. Commies, 22. Giants, 14. Eagles, 31. Raiders, nothing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Jaguars 31, Jets 13, and the Texans 30, Cardinals 7. Of course, with the Eagles most likely winning, that forces the Cowboys, again, must win. Cowboys need to win out at this point to have a chance. Will they? I don't know. 21-3 go Bears. Oh, man, I was hoping you would do Seahawks Colts. Yeah, especially with the Phillip Rivers thing, but, I already submitted it. Or I submitted it. It's not like I submitted anything, but I already made the thumbnail, did all the description. I'm like, I'll just go with that one. So hopefully it pays off. It may not. I don't know. I'm actually not expecting a big turnout because Football Nation's going to be covering the game. But I think it'd be a big game. The Lions, again, playing for a lot. They are, of course, just outside the playoff picture. So that is kind of why I picked it there. How are you doing today, Dr. Delay? My friend JJ told me to tell you hi. How's it going? So Mr. Scott, tell JJ I said what's up. And yeah, the Eagles, of course, are winning. 31-0. Very sad. Bills getting bailed out by phantom holding calls. Wow, what else is new? The NFL loves their star quarterbacks. They do. They do. 1st and 10. He hands it off to Henry. Henry makes a guy miss at the 10. He's at the 20. Oh, and he's tripped up at the 30-yard line. Henry with another big run. Gain of 22 yards as he's approaching 100 yards on the day. So you can see there he's at 95 yards. You are tomorrow's Football Nation, yeah. Maybe in the future. He's the guy in the tie. I'm the solo in the polo. That's what I am. All right, 1st and 10. He hands it off. This is Henry. And Henry's going to get bottled up for a gain of 4. Nice run there. But the Bengals defense kind of all over. But again, a nice gain of 4. 4 is pretty solid. They're going to give him 5. I don't think so. Drake May picked off after something that should have been called pass interference. Ooh, interesting. Drama there in New England. I guess those fans aren't really used to that. The ref's not going with them. All right, 2nd and 6. Ball at the 34. Jackson is under center as he takes the snap. Play action. Jackson looking, fires up the middle. It is caught at the 50. And he's brought down, I guess, actually he ran backwards there at the 49-yard line. That is Zay Flowers with a gain of 14, and that is a Baltimore Ravens first down. All right, yeah, appreciate it, Mr. Scott. Yes, you have a good one. And tell JJ I said hi as well. Hopefully everything's going well on his stream. I know it's a tough world, and the football world is just, it's so much competition. So much. 1st and 10 for the Ravens. It's going to hand it off. This is Mitchell down the left side. He's at the 45 and runs out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Oh, man, the Ravens are just moving the ball very well on this drive. Big play after big play after big play, as that's a gain of 11. Man, the Ravens might be. You're seeing some fans there in Cincy. They're leaving. Wow, that is sad. That is definitely sad. But they are indeed leaving. People are just heading out. 1st and 10 for the Ravens as they have it at the Cincinnati 40-yard line. Jackson is under center, sending a man in motion. That is likely. As Jackson, play action, drops back. He steps up. Oh, and Welts, look at that. That is a sack. A loss of 6. Miles Murphy with his 2nd sack of the day. He's trying to celebrate, get this crowd fired up, but too bad they're leaving already. But for the moment, the Bengals with a nice victory. So he ran backwards. This is ugly. I'm truly sad. Yeah, I would never leave a football game, no matter the score I paid. That's yeah. If I pay that money, 49-0, I'm in those seats until it ends. Same here. Same here, Goku. 2nd and 16 at the 46. Jackson fakes the pitch. He drops back. Heavy pressure. Jackson trying to escape. Throws it. It is caught by Mitchell at the 50. Are they going to say he was down or the ball hit the turf? I don't really know. I'm waiting to see what happened here. Oh, and there's an injured player Ronnie Stanley is down, and he's moving in a not so promising way. Stanley is up, though. He's going to hobble off the field. That would be a huge loss for the Ravens if Stanley is down. See what happened here. Oh, got kind of caught there on some Bengals. That's tough. Okay, that was just an incomplete pass, by the way. I was wondering what the call was. So, 3rd and 16 coming up for the Ravens. Right on the stand, stay hurt, man. This guy, he's pretty good. Absolutely right. You have to be waving me towards the door. Been to 6-7 games, this guy. 6-7. Always, I think, appears on every stream. Probably going to appear on every stream until this channel is dead. 3rd and 16 at the 46. Jackson in the gun as Jackson drops back. He's looking over the middle, now looking to his left. Jackson moving to his right is going to get sacked. Down he goes. Jackson got to question what he was doing there. Running around in the backfield, almost ran into a Bengal that was on the ground. As the Bengals, for the moment, there is some life, but there is an injured Bengal. They're going to help him up. That is Jenkins, I believe, the injured Bengal. So again, the Ravens, I don't know what's going on with the screen here. I know it's frozen. Go ahead and refresh this. There we go. So yeah, it's going to be 4th and very, very long. Do you think if we chant start the bus, it will spur the cats to chew up the birds like the 2017 Patriots did the Falcons? No, I don't think it would. I don't think it would matter. The Bengals chat sports guy is wearing a clown wig and red nose. Hey, at least he's having fun. Chat sports. I am obviously anti-chat sports, but yeah, that's fair. At least he's having fun. Run the football. Sorry, sir. They did not get your message. They did not. They want to throw it. So 4th and 21. Again, here is Stout. He's been a pretty decent punter. As, again, clock ticking down at 30 seconds. We're going to just let this trickle down. Stout gets the snap and punts it away. And that's going to be fair caught at the 14 with nobody in front of him. That was Tinsley on the punt return. Of course, he's actually not their main guy. Charlie Jones actually shaken up earlier, and this one has not returned. And they're going to show the playoff picture here. The Ravens, again, as of now, they're the 9 seed. Again, they're 2 games back behind the Texans for that 7 spot, but they're only a game back behind Pittsburgh at the 4. Cincinnati, of course, they need to win out and have a doomsday scenario for the Ravens and Steelers to make it happen. It's going to be pretty bad. What's bad about chat sports? I don't like them because they ask for money every 2 minutes. I think that's so terrible. I don't like that at all. 1st and 10 for Burrow. Burrow in the gun as Burrow drops back. He steps up. He's looking, fires. It's caught at the 10. He's at the 15. Brown spinning around at the 20 and is brought down at the 21-yard line. Seeing that we're having some issues here with the screen. I don't know if I just got to refresh this every play. That'd be annoying if I did. That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Ravens leading 17-0 over the Bengals. Bengals with the ball. And their playoff hopes are running out. They got 15 minutes to prove everybody wrong. 5 years from now, you'll stop on anyone that even says 6-7. I honestly can't remember if I've been to 6 or 7 games, one of the two. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun. Rhino talking about yard darts on his show. I'm not familiar with yard darts. That's to pay for giveaways, which is probably illegal. Pay for giveaways. Like what do they? So like, do they? Like what? So you pay and they put you in a drawing. I don't know. I don't know if that's illegal. I didn't know they did that. Or am I misinterpreting that? Chat sports begs for money. Yep, I can do a beer pong without paying you. I find it just so unappealing. I think it's just lame. I think what they do is terrible, personally. And, you know, of course, people pay the money to get their name seen on screen. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it. All right, let's see what we got here. We have Bears 21, Browns 3, Ravens 17, Bengals nothing, Chargers 13, Chiefs 13, Patriots 24, Bills 21, Commies 22, Giants 14, Eagles 31, Raiders nothing, Jaguars 38, Jets 13, Texans 30, Cardinals 14. That is what's happening across the NFL. Will the Bengals lose? Let's see what happens on this drive here, Steady Freddy. Let's see. I kind of want to, I don't know. I don't want to say it's over until it's over, but, you know, it's looking like that may be the case. But I'd like to see what the Bengals do on this drive. Again, can they dig deep? Again, this is the season. This is the season. Unable to get it going here. And I don't know why I have to refresh every few seconds now. The internet's fine. Huh, that's weird. All right, we're back here in Cincinnati, Paycor Stadium. That is pretty cool. The river there is, I think it's the Ohio River, if I had to guess. But it's got that steam on it. It's really neat, really neat. Anyway, 2nd and 2, as Burrow's going to hand it off to Pirine, and Pirine not going to get much as he's tripped up at the 22-yard line for a gain of 1. So, again, 3rd and 1 coming up. Bengals going to hurry up here. I imagine they would. Burrow in the gun saying easy, easy. They're kind of taking some time off here. Burrow, I guess. I don't know if Burrow was changing the play or something. I don't know. Burrow in the gun now. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. As Burrow takes the snap and hands it off to Pirine up the guts. And he will not get it. As he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. As Ravens and Bengals continue to push each other all over the place. You're more like that. It looks like there are still a few games that go either way. Yep. Skin's going to choke. 1st round pick. Ooh. That is tough. Well, so I do, in the future, there are, I don't know, I'm just getting ideas from other channels. One idea I really do like, as there is an injured Bengal down. There's an injured Bengal down. So, one idea I do like is Jaguar Gator. What he does, he has like the donation thing on the bottom, but he also has like on the side here, he'll have like some games there. So whatever money you donate, like Bad Frequencies earlier did 5 gifted, so that's like $25. And then Magic Man donated 2 earlier, so they would have influence pretty much on what game they can put the money to. And pretty much I'll be allowing you guys to like pick the games essentially. So what I'll do next year for football is, or I can probably, I don't know, I can't really do it for the playoffs because I'm covering every game and every bowl game. But I'll probably start in baseball season. What I'll do is I'll have 2 games on the screen, or 3 games even. And whatever money that is donated, you guys can have influence on what game I pick for that day. I think that'll be pretty cool. It seems to work over there. So I don't know, I think it'll be a pretty cool feature for you guys. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to say when your team is down 31-0 with 7 minutes left and you're getting cooked by Tanner McKee? Terrible. I don't know what you can really say to the Raiders. The Raiders are bad. Give some to you and some to the picks. I don't know necessarily what that means there, Don. But essentially, yeah. So I'm going to have so that way, you know, again, I'm very thankful for the donations that I get. So what I'll have pretty much is very soon, pretty much starting in, I guess, March, is whatever donations I get, I will just pretty much hey, thank you for that. And hey, what game do you want me to put that money to? And then you guys will pretty much be able to pick a game. So I think it'll be pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty cool. So you guys will have a lot of influence on what games I call on the channel. A few games, not all the games. You know, I think I still got to maintain what I want to call, but you guys will be able to pick games that I call. No answer yet. Yeah, it's tough. Bills bailed out by a PI on 4th down. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. Jeez. We're going to way back here to Cincinnati. Again, it's going to be a 4th and 1. Coming up for the Bengals. Ravens fans, they're all cold there. Bengals fans are cold. They made snowmen. That's pretty funny. All right, 4th and 1. They're at their own 22. This is the season, folks. Burrow in the gun. No running back in the backfield. Burrow drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is caught at the 24 and pushed out of bounds. That is a Bengals first down, and they keep their season alive for the moment. They didn't call PI when the Bills did, only against the Pats. Yep, sounds about right. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Bengals. Burrow in the gun. Trips to the right, one to the left as Burrow drops back. He's looking to his right. Pump fakes. Pump fakes again. Oh, and down he goes. That is a sack. Loss of 5. Travis Jones getting to him again. I don't know what you can really expect when you're Joe Burrow holding the ball on for about, 4 or 5 seconds. That is a long time. Does the 3-step drop. Pump fakes. Pump fakes again. And then again, at that point, the ball's got to be out. 2nd and 15. Burrow in the gun. They're at their own 19. 2 receivers to each side. As Burrow takes the snap, drops back, looking, fires. It's caught by Chase. He's at the 25 and pushed out of bounds around the 28-yard line for a gain of 9. Good broadcast so far. I like your style, no banging and not stupid stuff. Yeah, no, yeah, I try. I appreciate it, James. I'm just a normal dude, man. The only thing I ask for is to like and sub. That's really it. Again, those are free. Just helps the channel out for the growth of the channel. 3rd and 7. Ball at the 28. Burrow in the gun, sending a man in motion. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Burrow takes the snap, drops back. Oh, heavy pressure. Burrow throws. It is incomplete. Jones there in the area. Again, Jones, I think, was the one with the great jump on the right side. As Jones is down, so is Mims of the Bengals. Jones going to hobble off the field. 4th and 7. And this is interesting there. Again, do you trust your defense to get the Ravens offense off the field? I don't know. Burrow to retire after this week. Coach hands him a boot. Hold it. Yep. Going to watch the Sleepless in Seattle today with the Colts. Yeah, I know. Rhino's doing that one. That's going to be pretty exciting. I bet he gets a good turnout for that, so I'm happy for him. That should be pretty fun. I got a lot of people I want to know how Rivers going to do. I want to know how Rivers going to do. Stat game rest of the way, yeah. Touchdown, Josh Allen. The Bills have taken the lead. Nope, holding on the Bills. No touchdown yet. Hold the phone in New England. Right now, again, I didn't mean to bump that. We do have an injury timeout. Mims, the Bengals lineman, he's being helped off the field. Again, we did have an injured Raven. Did have an injured Raven there earlier as well. Dog is worth listening to. Last time we'll say if he calls the UVA game. They're playing Missouri. Forgotten who they're playing. Yeah, I probably will. Jones is jonesing for some Joe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Touchdown Bills. Touchdown now. Yep. That's crazy. 4th and 7. This is the ball game. Burrow, they're at their own 28. They need to get to the 34 for a brand new set of downs as Burrow awaits the snap. Drops back. Looking over the middle. Looking to his left. Fires. It is caught by Jamar Chase. He's at the 40, the 50, and pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Gain of 27 yards as Jamar Chase putting his hands on the ref. How is that not a flag? What is he doing? He's like getting the referee away from him. I would flag him. I don't care about. Yeah, what a bum. Not a fan of Jamar personally. He talks a lot. Talks a lot for a guy that loses a lot. No offense to the Bengals fans. 1st and 10 here for the Bengals. They're at the Baltimore 45. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Burrow drops back. Play action. He's looking. Moving to his right is Burrow. Burrow throws it over the middle. It is caught across the 30. And he's tackled immediately. That is Tinsley with the catch. And that is a Cincinnati Bengals first down. They are moving. And this game's getting a little bit interesting. Interesting indeed. 1st and 10 at the 29. And there's an injured Raven. And that is coming in the form of Marlon Humphrey, as he's gonna be just chilling there. Just run it, Lamar. Get out of there. Stop this nonsense. What is going on there? Jamar is weird. Imagine spitting on someone. Yeah, and he spit on a guy. Yeah, what freaking bum. And then he said he wasn't even talking to that guy. Yeah. That pretty much officially clinched everything about my feelings. Like initially, I'm like, not a fan of the guy. But then when he spit on Ramsey, I'm like, okay, yeah. So you just pretty much proven me right. So yeah, it's official. This is where the Ravens choke it. This guy, Sanders loves to get sacked. Oh man, that sounds about right. Marlon gets burned anyways. I like Marlon Humphrey. I've been a fan of his for some reason forever. I've just liked how he's played. He might be getting a little bit older now, but I've always liked Marlon Humphrey. I've always respected. Again, I respect the Ravens. There's no hatred for the Ravens, really. It's just I don't like you guys, but I definitely respect you guys. All right. The Bears leading 28-3 over the Browns. They are just now starting the fourth quarter. The Chiefs now losing to the Chargers again. Chargers 16-13. I feel like I already said that. My bad. I think I already knew that. Chargers leading 16-13 over the Chiefs. Bills again have taken the lead there in New England, 28-24. The Commies leading 29-14. The Eagles blowing out the Raiders, 31-0. Jaguars all over the Jets, 41-13. The Texans, 33. Cardinals, 14. That is what's happening there or across the NFL. I'm taking my Henry bet to the bar. Yeah, sorry. Sorry there. That was my bad. I was completely wrong. I felt pretty confident in Henry, Chase Brown, and then I think I said Gibbs and Puka, which are, I know that's all chalk, but you have hatred for the Ravens. I have hatred for the Steelers. They tick me off more than anybody, any other team. Oh, terrible. Terrible indeed. So, yeah, again, we're still in commercial break. There was an injury there as, again, Humphrey shaken up on the play. Cincinnati just had a big first down as they are now moving and grooving. Can they punch it in is the question. Gibbs will do good. Yeah, but it was a parlay if I recall. Patriots, long touchdown. There we go. Yeah, I don't really know who I want to win that, honestly. I guess I'd rather see the Bills on the road, to be honest. At the same time, no, because I think the Bills have the... Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather play the Patriots than the Bills, to be honest. All right, going to be 1st and 10 here for Burrow. Burrow in the gun. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. They're at the Baltimore 29. As Burrow takes a snap, drops back. He's looking to his right. Burrow floats it to his left. It's caught by Brown. Brown is tackled at the 26-yard line for a gain of 3. Not kick return. Drake May with the beautiful block. Oh, wow. No worse than I could have guessed, my friend. Just like an outside. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, no. I mean, that's why it's called gambling. Just no idea what could happen on any given day. As it's 2nd and 7. Ball at the 26. As there's sirens all around me once again. Back-to-back days. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers right. 1 receiver to the left. Burrow takes the snap. Drops back. He's looking to his right. Fires. It is caught. He's at the 21. And brought down at the 18. That is A Bengals first down. Need to stop Ravens. Yeah, this would be interesting if the Bengals were to punch it in. Of course, a field goal makes it a two-score game as well. But yeah, you'd feel better though if you're a Ravens fan and only allowed a field goal. Burrow in the gun. He drops back. He's looking to his right. Fires over the middle. It's caught at the 15. He's at the 10 and tackled at the 9. That is a catch by Chase Brown. There is a flag. So hold the phone. May's outrunning defensive backs out there, really. Yeah, now I've heard he's very athletically gifted. So, again, there is a flag, and, of course, it's Brad Allen and his crew. Offsides on the defense. Penalties declined. The play results in a 9-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 1 coming up for the Bengals as they're at the Baltimore 9. Joni saying, go Ravens. Appreciate you for tuning in, Joni. We do have an update here again. Dre with the toss. This is Trayvon Henderson reversing field at the 40, the 50, the 40, the 30. And the Patriots again have taken the lead. Burrow in the gun. He takes the snap and hands it off. This is Brown leading. He's going to try to find another path, and he will get the first down. Oh, what an effort there by Chase Brown. He initially went forward. Nothing doing. Backs up, reevaluates the situation, and then cuts forward and finds a gap and gets a first down there. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Bengals as they're at the Baltimore 8. A shutout will leave a very bad taste. This guy. Some cues. So the Ravens win. Do we take the AFC North? No, sir. No, sir. 1st and goal at the 8. Burrow in the gun, sends a man in motion. Burrow drops back, looking to his left. Now where the middle fires. It's caught at the 5. Extending forward is Chase. Jamar Chase, that is, as he's brought down at the 3. Gain of about 5. Chase with 120 yards. No, the Ravens would be 7 and 7. Even if the Steelers lose on Monday, to my knowledge, they would still maintain first place in the AFC North. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. Maybe you guys would take first. I'd have to look. But again, if the Steelers win tomorrow, then yeah, it doesn't really matter. But for the moment, they would still be a half game up. 2nd and goal at the 3. Burrow in the gun. Chips to the right. One receiver to the left. Burrow drops back. He's looking to his right. Burrow is not going to do anything because the referees are coming in very late, whistling it dead. As that'll be a false start. Eagles win 31-0. With the Steelers loss, maybe. I'd have to really look at it. Give me a sec. I don't think so, personally. I mean, the Steelers would have a better division record, a better conference record, but that might not matter. I don't know. Apparently that doesn't matter anymore. I thought it did. So, I don't know. That's a good question, Joni. I'd have to look at it. 2nd and goal at the 7. Burrow in the gun. Trips the left. One receiver to the right. As he sends a man in motion. Burrow takes the snap. Drops back. Looking to his right. Burrow floats it to the back of the end zone. It is dropped. Oh, Tinsley had it in his hands. Couldn't hold on to it. And it falls incomplete. Tinsley with 2 hands on it. Kind of looking like the Zay Flowers drop earlier. Same spot, too. Same exact thing. 2 hands on it. Just couldn't hold on to it. Incomplete. Betting our money, this guy. If you win, we get a share. That's not how. I don't think that's how it goes. 3rd and goal at the 7. Burrow in the shotgun. Trips to the right. One receiver to the left. Burrow takes the snap, drops back. He's looking over middle. Heavy pressure, fires. Oh, it's picked off. He's at the 5, the 10. He hands it off to another guy at the 20. He's at the 30. Gilman at the 40, the 50, the 40, 30, 20. And that is a pick 6. Touchdown, Baltimore Ravens. The touchdown turkey loves touchdowns. He's only celebrated for the Ravens today because the Bengals still have a big fat 0, and that is pretty much what the season's going to amount to this year for the Bengals. Nothing. That is pretty much your season for Cincinnati. 23-0. Burrow under pressure, panicked, threw it right to the linebacker. Nothing doing. Nothing doing for Cincinnati. It is over. Cincinnati's season will end. 20 people just left the stream. That is pretty crazy. 20 people just left as soon as that happened. Unbelievable. As there's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. 24-0 Ravens over the Bengals. Unbelievable. A pick. Joe Burrow under pressure, finding Kyle Van Noy. If you haven't heard of that name on the Bengals this year, it's because he doesn't play for the Bengals. Oh, he baited him. He rushed and then dropped back into coverage, and then he hands it off to Gilman. Gilman taking it the rest of the way. Unbelievable stuff. Been following Doc from here again. Appreciate it. That'll do it. It will. That is a killer. I'm sorry, Bengal fans. It was fun. It was fun. We will catch you next year. We will catch you next year. I'm sure I might do another Bengal game. I don't know. I have to look at your schedule. That is tough. That is tough. That is very tough. I knew they'd choke. Can't even get out. Yep. That was like some kid playing Madden. Yeah, he just kind of he panicked. Joe Burrow panicked. Burrow panicked. At the end of the day, there's going to be interesting talk here for the Bengals this offseason. One, might have a new coach, to be honest with you. Taylor, again, 3 years, no playoffs. I mean, that is a big deal. That is a big deal. Not in Pittsburgh, by the way. We celebrate no playoff wins in 8 years. Field at the 5. He's at the 10, 15, 20. He's at the 25. Cuts inside and is brought down at the 30. And then, of course, you have the Joe Burrow thing. Joe Burrow's like, this isn't really fun anymore, And Joe Burrow might be on the move. But really, again, to be honest with you, I feel like you should really put the finger on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow gets hurt all the time. Again, it could be non-contact injuries. What happened today? We all hear about how bad that Bengals defense is. Well, what did the offense put up today? They might score here, but it might be in garbage time as he hands it off. This is Brown. Brown at the 35 and brought down at the 37-yard line for a gain of 7. So, again, the Bengals... Again, a talented team, but at the end of the day, talent doesn't get you in. I don't know if we play like this every week, but the Steelers-Ravens game was built. Yeah, that was tough. That was a big loss. Big loss for the Ravens. But again, the Ravens still have a shot for the North easily. Easily. As Burrow in the gun, 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends in tight to the left. Burrow takes the snap, hands it off. This is Chase Brown, and Brown is going to be brought down at the 40. Close to the line of the game. No, they're going to say he was brought down at the 39. That's a pretty bad spot. It's only a gain of 2. The video game, yep. James doesn't like the Bills. The Bengals are buns. This year, 4-10. Just not a good year. Burrow retires and goes to Indy or Seattle. I've seen the Minnesota thing. He can go to the Vikings. Trade in Jamar Chase for Justin Jefferson, another LSU teammate. 31, Burrow's going to hand it off to Chase Brown. Brown at the 40 and is brought down at the 45-yard line. Gain of 5. This Burrow's just looking defeated. Burrow and the Bengals looking defeated. He spun the guy in that game. He did. Burrow might go to a team like the Jets, but he won't. No, he's not going to go to the Jets. Burrow wouldn't want to go to the Jets. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Bengals. Again, they're just kind of chewing the clock at this point. They're ready to get out of here in the cold, out of the cold. So Burrow, 1st and 10. They might have to call a timeout. Burrow takes the snap and hands it off. This is Pirine. Pirine up the gut as he's brought down at the 48-yard line. Bengals just running the ball. Bengals are just running the ball. They are running out the clock, down 24 with over 5 minutes to go. That is pretty disappointing. If you're a Bengal fan, I feel really bad for you guys. I really do. Again, I have cousins that are Bengals fans. In fact, I was sent something earlier today by said Bengals cousins. Hold on, 2nd and 7. Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers left. One to the right. Can't speak anymore. Burrow drops back. He's looking over the middle. He fires. It is tipped and incomplete. Pass intended for Jamar Chase. He said, "Well, I know." All right. What did he say? Actually, no, that's not even close. He said, "Let me actually just find it." It's a meme. I think it's a meme everyone's kind of heard. Hate this new Instagram setup. It's stupid. "Please don't pick on children for believing in Santa. I know adults that still believe in the Steelers." Yeah, hilarious. And yeah, I get it. I know. Steelers are pretty bad. Steelers fans will tell you we're pretty bad. As it's 3rd and 7. Burrow in the gun. He hands it off to Pirine. Pirine at the 50. And it's going to be brought down at the 48. So I responded, yeah. I know adults that believe the Bengals will run the table and win the division too. And he said, "Well, yeah, that's me." I don't know about that anymore. I don't know if he has that same belief. I don't know if he still has that same belief. They are waving the white flag. When was the last time this Bengals offense got shut out? I don't know. That's a good question. You say, "Oh, yeah, you're good, man." 4th and 3. Bengals going for it. He drops back. Burrow fires. It is caught. What a catch by Chase. And that is going to be a Bengals first down, pushed out of bounds at the 36. So Chase again with 132 yards on 10 catches. Probably the quietest 132 you'll ever hear about. Bills can only win high-scoring games, it seems, apparently. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. As Burrow in the gun. 2 receivers right to 1 receiver to the left. Burrow hands it off. This is Pirine. Pirine at the 35, and he's dropped at the 34-yard line for a gain of 2. They'll score 7. Looks like they are. Yeah, looks like the Bengals will cut the lead to 17 or so. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Bengals. Again, 3:35 and counting as Burrow sends a man in motion. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Burrow takes the snap and hands it off. This is Pirine. Pirine is going to be dragged down at the 31-yard line for a gain of 3. So, yeah, pretty disappointing. Bengals record from 2021, 2022, and 2024, 31-19. The other 3 years, though, 17 and 28. Those, of course, the 3 years, 31-19, that was full seasons with Burrow as a starter. So, yeah, I mean, the key is, got to keep him healthy. But at the same time, he injures himself, apparently. Again, he's just made of glass. Burrow drops back, fires over the middle. It is caught at the 27. Going to be close. And it looks like they're going to say he's well short. That was a terrible spot. I don't agree with that. Let's see here. Shedeur with 3 picks on 10 for 25. That is tough. That is just not a good day. I wonder who they will blame for that one, other than the guy that actually threw the 3 interceptions and went 10 for 25. As Burrow's in the gun, 2 receivers left, tight ends in tight, sends a man in motion. As Burrow takes a snap, hands it off up the middle on 4th and 1. Oh, I don't think he got it. And that is a turnover on downs, I believe. Wow, the Ravens looking like they will shut out the Bengals 24-0. As that is how the Bengals season will come to an end, essentially. It's on Stefanski. That's exactly what I'll be hearing. I'll be, hearing on the, ESPN or comments, whatever, Twitter. Those are the games of Burrow. Believe me, I love the guy, but is that all the games or just him? Are you talking about the season, the records? They set him up to fail. Yep, no, 100%. So, he's 41-31 in his career. He's missed games. He's only played 3 full seasons. It's definitely, again, he's just injury prone. It's not good. 1st and 10, as looks like we have a backup quarterback in. That's not Joe Flacco wearing number 5. That is Huntley, as Huntley hands it up to Mitchell. And Mitchell's going to cross the 30, brought down at the 31-yard line. As we're now at the 2-minute warning. Ravens leading 24-0, and they're going to knock the Bengals out of the playoffs. What, Filippone? Filippone is an idiot and doesn't represent the Steelers or Pittsburgh. You'll crawl to your corner now? Oh, man. Oh, man. Again, folks, I'll be calling another game after this one. I'll take a little break, of course, because the next game doesn't start for another 30 minutes or so. But I'll be doing the Rams and the Lions. Hopefully, I see you there for coverage of that great one. Should be a great one. Of course, I'll be following along the scores from across the NFL of the other games. Bills got the ball back. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to check out what's happening. Bears, all over the Browns, 31-3. Pardon me again. 31-3, Bears cruising there. The Ravens leading 24-0. Again, that one is what we're covering here. Chargers 16-13 over the Chiefs. Still plenty of time left, as that still has a quarter left to go. The Bears 35, Patriots 31. The Commies 29, Giants 14, Jaguars 48, Jets 20, and the Texans 33, Cardinals 20. We do have a final score as the Eagles shut out the Raiders 31-0. Unbelievable. Kenny Pickett led the offense to as many points today as you guys. We also can't leave out Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, Kenny Pickett, same quarterback. Let's see here. Please, Pittsburgh, end the season suffering with a win tomorrow. I want no more mathematical probabilities. I want to enjoy a stress-free Sunday. There's one of my cousins there. That's Trey. Trey is the nicest cousin of the Bengal crew. Trey, yeah, Tommy sent me a meme yesterday. I actually read that meme out there about the Santa Claus thing. Let me go ahead and read it for you. I don't know if you know anything about it. This was what your younger brother sent to me. Please don't pick on children for believing in Santa. I know adults that still believe in the Steelers. And I, of course, retorted with, yeah, I know adults that believe in the Bengals that will run the table and win the division too. And he said, that's, of course, him, but it doesn't seem like he will believe that anymore. So I'm very sorry, Trey. Again, I love my cousins. I do feel bad for them because, this is a rough way to go with the whimper. As Huntley under center once again, it's going to be a toss to Mitchell. Mitchell down the left side. He's at the 35, the 40, 45, 50, and is pushed out of bounds after a nice run there. Gain of 22 yards, and that is a Ravens first down. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Hopefully we win. I don't know. I think it's 50-50, to be honest with you. Showing an update here. Bills again with the 11-yard rushing touchdown by James Cook. His third touchdown of the day. That guy is really good. 35-31. Joe Flacco, Pittsburgh's next starting quarterback. Wouldn't surprise me there. You need 39 more yards. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. He's not getting the ball back. Joe Burrow and Kenny Pickett are the same quarterback. Today they were the same quarterback, as Huntley's going to go ahead and take a knee. And that's going to do it. Hope Lions-Rams game will be much closer. Oh, I hope so too. But I found, if you guys were here last night for my Washington-Boise State game, I hated that game. But this game's so much better than that one. It really was. What an amazing smackdown they sent you. Yep. No, it's all good. No, I do love my cousins, man. They're great. They are funny, intelligent people. They really are. But they're Bengals fans, so maybe it cancels out. I don't know. What do you think the Lions-Rams game? I think it's going to be a good one. There's a reason I picked it. I think the Lions will come out with a lot of energy, and I think they may steal one there in Los Angeles. Thank you, Dr. Lane, for the stream. I enjoy your channel. Thank you, Abraham. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Love seeing Huntley. He's happy. And oh, yeah. Huntley just seems like the backup in Baltimore for eternity, it feels like. Of course, the Bengals no longer in the hunt. They're gone. And again, they still, in theory, I guess, have a slim chance. Because it did say with a loss, they have a chance. Believe it or not. You can look at it less than 1% chance, but it's very unlikely. Again, the Steelers win tomorrow would actually eliminate them. So not the Ravens eliminating. They crushed the Bengals' dreams, but the Steelers have a chance to just flat out end them. As that is your game, 24-0, Bengals falling to the Ravens. So thank you again for tuning in. If you liked what you saw today, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. As again, we crossed 3,000 subs yesterday, and we are just moving on up. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in about 30 minutes. So hopefully I'll see you then for Lions-Rams. Make sure to sub again. I will catch you guys later. Y'all take care and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.